Okay, so I suggest we get going. So thank you everyone being here today. I think you didn't have to do a choice between the weather and the program, but I think the program is going to be, especially in Lisbon, because it's raining a lot today. So I know we have people from outside of Lisbon and even in Germany, but today is pouring rain and the weather is very bad in Lisbon. So thanks for being here. I mean, I'm super, super enthusiastic to be with you today. I think we're doing something interesting. And above all, I think it's going to be, we want to achieve something that's going to be impactful for you, the participants. Okay. So without any further ado, let's start. So what do I want to share with you? It's the agenda. I was looking at what we have to do in the 3 hours, and the only thing I could remember is about Alice in Wonderland and, you know, and the rabbit. So we're gonna have some, we're gonna have to look at the clock, but I think it's gonna be super interesting to have all that in this first session. And what is the objective of the first session today? Is to give you the ropes or some kind of rules or, you know, guidelines on how we're gonna be working until May. And basically that's about it. It's who we are. So each of us is gonna have a chance to present himself. We're gonna have also in the second part, the teams pitching for 3 minutes their idea, the first time they're gonna pitch. But it's also to understand all this dynamic that we have put together and we believe is gonna be of value for you, okay? In the middle, we're gonna go for a break. It's about, it's gonna be about half, a little bit more than half. And after it's gonna be next steps, okay? So the dynamic about this session is you can ask questions anytime you want, because perhaps things will not be super clear and we have different point of views. But every time before we move to another section, I'm gonna ask you for questions also, okay? So let's go. So we should, we start at 2 and we should be closing around 5-ish, okay? And I'd like to ask Celine, please, to do the intro and to present herself and to tell us more about herself and the program and especially CTIE, okay? Celine, if you want to join us, I'll remove the share.
Thank you, Pierre. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to electronically meet you. As I said, I see a few familiar faces. It's a good sign. I'm happy to see familiar faces. So my plan is to tell you a little bit more about myself, about the center, and about why I'm so excited about this initiative. So my name is Celina Becasis Moedas. Some of you know me as a professor because I teach classes at Católica. I've been a professor at Católica for 15 years, or maybe a little bit more now. And I'm a professor in the area of strategy, innovation management, and entrepreneurship. And I do research in those areas as well. And I'm the founder and academic director of the CTIE, the Center for Technological Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So what is the center? The center was created in 2017. It is supported by the Patrick and Lina Drahi Foundation. Patrick Drahi is a French, Israeli, Portuguese telecom entrepreneur. He's today the owner of Altice, the big Portuguese telecom company. And he's with their foundation, they're supporting many initiatives in the field of entrepreneurship and education. So they have an accelerator at École Polytechnique in France, and the center and many more. So what is the mission of the center? What we do in the center is that we want to bridge the academic world with the entrepreneurship ecosystem in Portugal. So for that, we create activities like this one. We also fund research in the area of innovation and entrepreneurship, and we fund some teaching initiatives in this area as well. So these are 3 activities: research, teaching, and bridging with the ecosystem. So what is this initiative of Forward? This initiative of Forward is very important to us because what we've observed in the past few years is that a lot of our students want to at least experiment being entrepreneurs. And a lot of the accelerators are very enthusiastic to, to source projects and ideas from our students. But clearly there's a gap between what we teach the students and what we prepare you for, and what really prepares you or would prepare you to become ready for this acceleration programs. So clearly what, we realize that there is a gap in that, and because there's a gap, we want to, to close that gap, and we want to make it easier to prepare you to be then accelerated. And the acceleration after, so the pre-acceleration is with us, and this is what you're going to be doing for a few weeks, and Pierre is going to be your main guide, but there's a lot of other people involved, and I'm going to say something about that in a second. And we hope that after that you will be ready to be accelerated in like real accelerators, if I may say it this way, and that some of you will become entrepreneurs. To be fair, I think what we want to provide as an experience is enough information for you to, at the end of the game, decide, what, yes, I think this is what I want to do, and I think I'm better prepared, so let me go ahead. Maybe I'm already ready to launch my startup, so great, go ahead. Or actually, I wanted to try, but this is not what I want to do. I don't like it, and I don't want to become an entrepreneur. And that's okay, guys. Okay, so there's no pressure for you to become entrepreneurs. I think we give you the experience to try, and it's important to try, because then from trying you can decide to go ahead or not. And I think that's the essential point. I'm also very proud and happy to, that we're working with a bunch of great partners. So our partners are BET, bringing entrepreneurs together, Startup Lisboa, and Mango Up. And I just want to say that Mango Up, so we have a part of what the CTE does is that it has a prize for best startup ideas or startup project and best thesis. And guess who won last year? Mango Up. So, congratulations, Mango Up. Thank you. It's, I'm very happy that, in a way, you're part of the ecosystem. So, I mean, you start at, I don't want to say you started with us, but you started and we were there when you started. And now you're, you're giving back to the group. So that's a great achievement. So thank you guys. Startup Lisboa is a partner of the center for, it's been about a year now, and we're very happy to work together. And part of the feedback that we got from Startup Lisboa is that our students as such today are not really ready to be accelerated, and this is why we're creating this bridge. So really, guys, have fun during those sessions. It's about learning. It's about experimenting. That means failing sometimes. That's part of the game. But what I hope is that you're going to learn and fail at different moments and different places, and that you're going to get out of this richer from a knowledge perspective. So thank you, everybody. Have a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Pierre. And, have fun.
Thank you very much, Celine. Thanks. You guys can unmute when you want. It's up to you. So thanks. We're going to go. So this is Celine's intro. I'll go through mine for the people that didn't work with me. So I chose a more advantageous photo. So it's my emoji. And I'm the executive director of the center, and I'm going to be perhaps the person that's going to be bridging the different entities and perhaps being the face of the program to help out, with the industry mentors, the mentors, etc. So I'm putting the special sauce together, and I'm super proud of putting these partners together in this program. Okay, so if you want to know more about me, you can go onto my LinkedIn, and obviously, if you have questions, so you can either email me, or if this is very, very, very important, you can call me. Okay. There's one thing that I use here, which are the glasses, because I'm going to be using the glasses from time to time. It's coming from, I'm using that from a guy called Scott Galloway. I mean, Celine knows him, and perhaps you guys know him. If you don't know him, you should follow him. Scott Galloway with double L, Galloway. And basically, every time I'm going to put the glasses, it means that I have some comments to perhaps add to something or impersonate somebody else. So this is what I'm going to be doing. So it's me. I'd like to do the first and pass the stage to the first partner. And we have with us Raquel. Raquel is the face this year of BET. And I'd let actually Raquel present BET. So one of our first partners in the center. Raquel, do you want to jump in?
Yes, thank you, Pierre. So hello, everyone, and welcome to Forward. My name is Raquel Coyes, and I am currently taking my bachelor's degree at Católica in business administration. I am part of the BET team, and before letting you know what we will be doing during this event in the next few weeks, I would like to talk a little bit about BET and what we do. So BET was founded in 2011, and it stands for Bring Entrepreneurs Together. And our main purpose is exactly that. So to gather people with an entrepreneurial mindset and help them build successful startups. We do believe that good startups are the ones that gather talent from people of many areas. So we want to bring together people who study management, engineering, science, and many other areas and build something unique through that. BET is divided into three main departments. So we have the mindset team, the matching, and the mentoring. And to explain a little bit better these events, because the names are not, you cannot know what we do exactly from the names. If you think about a group of students, teenagers, whatever, probably around 90 to 95% of them do not think or care about entrepreneurship. And the mission of our mindset team is to change their mindset, as its own name suggests, and promote entrepreneurship, mainly through our social media. The other 4% of this group are the ones that might have an idea to create, to build, but don't know exactly what or how to do it. And that's when our matching team comes forward. So the matching team is responsible for the events creation and management. We have several events like BET24, 2.0, the Leadership Academy, and many others that help these people to build their ideas and make them real. And finally, the remaining 1% are the people that already have a startup, and our mentoring team helps them developing their ideas with some more technical and practical knowledge. So yeah, our main role in this event will be to provide you mentoring to your startups. We have a team of buddy mentors assigned for each one of you and your needs and preferences. We also will help you with your market research and your fit validation that we will be talking later on. So yeah, as a last note, I just wanted to say that we basically, BET wants to help the center to build entrepreneurship at Católica. We are really thankful to be part of this and excited to be part of the initiative, as we are running as a pilot, but we are looking forward to learn and grow a lot from these events and mainly from the participants. We hope you enjoy the opportunity and take use of it to grow and to potentially create something unique. So count with us to help you. I'm certain that we have an amazing team to help you. Thank you guys, and good luck to all, and have fun.
Excellent, Raquel. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the intro. So
I have a quick question, if I may.
Please.
It's just out of curiosity, because I have a few team members who unfortunately cannot be here today, but will be here the next sessions. Is any of this recorded, or?
Yeah, this is recorded. The session is recorded. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. And after, what we can do is we can put that on a YouTube stream or something like that. Okay.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks, Rafael. So moving on, I'd like to pass on now to the next partners, the yellow guys. So can you jump in and do some intro about you, and especially about Mango Up, please?
Sure. Hello, guys. Super happy to be here. We are Mango Up, so we are 3 people. Nicolas, that's me, Marie, and Raquel. We were actually just like you, not so long ago, because we met during a lean entrepreneurship class at Católica. And from there, we moved on with the project. We won like the best entrepreneurship project award. And we worked with the CTIE now for quite a long time, like 8 months, something like that. We decided to keep moving, do all in on the project. We are currently fundraising, so we are super happy to be there with you to help you now as well create your own project. We will tell you a bit more and show you what we do exactly during this program in partnership with the CTI BET and Startup Lisboa. But basically, we will provide the platform that will enable us to work all together on the project and to communicate like really efficiently. Yeah, well, it's like super happy to be there once again. So super excited to know you, to know your project better. Some of you we already know because some of you were as well like during in class with us during the last semester. So yeah, super excited. Pierre, you mute, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be the trick. So thanks a lot. What I suggest is perhaps we move on. You presented Mango Up, and after we'll perhaps have the time to Marie and from Raquel to present themselves perhaps later on. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next prez, and the next prez is about Startup Lisboa. So I put the glasses here because okay, we're going to have to reconnect and after come back here. So Andre couldn't be here today. We are partnering with them in this initiative, and we are also the center is part of the board of Startup Lisboa for 2 years now. So it means that the center is represented by Celine in the board there of Startup Lisboa for the next activities to come, etc. And they're going to be very present in terms of gauging your startups that are actually in this program and inviting some of these startups to apply directly to Startup Lisboa. Okay, so they're going to be also providing some mentorship, but basically what we expect is that this kind of incubators would be your next step to go forward. Okay, so it's a pleasure to have Startup Lisboa with us today. And so I'll move on to the next slide. So and before I do that, I'd like to have also, and Miguel, I didn't tell you about this slide, but can you tell us, Miguel, what you're doing here and what you're going to be doing with us during this session? Are you here, Miguel?
Silently, yes. So yeah, so I'm working as producing audiovisual content for the center and also for Startup Lisboa as some other clients. But I'm mostly working with the center in producing videos, photos, and podcasts. And during this program, I'll be following the center and following the program to have a little bit about your information and translating it into something visually that then we can afterwards use on our social networks, etc. And basically that's it.
Thank you, Miguel. What's going to happen is that's the reason why I ask you guys to sign up some kind of a form if you agree, so we can use your image, and and we'll discuss that after. So for some reason, I didn't log in with my Catholica account before I opened this call. It means that it's going to close very soon. So what I suggest before we move forward is that I disconnect this call and I reconnect with my ID. And after we all use the same Zoom link back.
Well, maybe you can place me as a host meanwhile, and then reconnect with your other account.
You think it's going to work?
We can try.
Okay, let's try to do that. Make host.
Then you disconnect.
Okay. You're the host now.
Yeah. So
okay.
So here we are, just waiting for Pierre for a little bit, and afterwards we can move along with all the other presentations. Let's see if he's able to come back or not. I still have 6 minutes, so it's enough time. So has everyone sent all the forms regarding consent?
Yes. Our team already sent.
Okay, cool. Mango Up also, we did a little video about them also.
Yeah.
So they can understand what we're going to be doing.
It's a great video.
Super nice video.
Easy. It's a great project, so it's easy.
Do you have like a YouTube channel or something we can follow, or to see a little bit the work that you do?
You can follow me on Vimeo on Miguel R. Fernandes, or basically you can also go to my website, which is the same.com.
Thanks, Miguel. Seems that it worked. I didn't know we could do that.
So. Okay,
excellent.
So maybe I can now send you
the host.
Yeah. Okay. You can continue and I'll send you the host.
Yeah, it's okay. So let's get, so we had Miguel that's going to be helping out. And last but not least, so one of the purpose of the program is to link you with industry mentors. So what's going to happen, not in this first session, but in the starting from the next one, we're going to have known people that are part of the ecosystem that will be providing you with feedback on your idea on specific items. Okay, so you're going to have people that will be more focusing on your marketing approach, more people that are going to be focusing more on the technical aspect if you're doing a platform or something different. Okay, so it's going to be part of one of the dimension of this program, also the industry mentors that are going to join us the next session on March 13. Okay, so before we start having you presenting who you are, and because it's an online event, even though I think it's super important that we have a feel of what your voice is and who you are and what you do. So any questions before each of you present themselves for 1-2 minutes? No? Okay. So what I suggest is we start by this order. So we use the order of that we have here. We're going to start with the first team, and each of the team members from this team, please just do a quick intro of you. And I suggest you tell us your name, your occupation, if you're a student, if you're not a student, what is the expectation about this program, and perhaps tell us something unexpected about you. It's not to pitch your idea. You're going to have time to pitch your idea at the end. It's about you, the person. Okay. So please, if someone like Mariana or Alicia wants to start.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, we do.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Mariana, and this is Alicia. She will also present herself. We are from Repara, Slow Fashion. Currently, besides Repara, I also work at an app marketplace, like an alternative app store, Aptoid. It's a Portuguese company. I do success management, and I studied management in Iskten and in Nova. And that's at the time I did my master's in management as well, with a major in social enterprise. So this is my first project, and I'm really keen to it, and I'm really happy that we started the company. About the program, I think we have really big expectations around one topic that I think Alicia told Pierre about, which is like long-term sustainability, and that's something that really want to work during the program.
Okay, thanks. Alicia?
Yeah, so I'm Alicia. I'm 23 years old. I'm actually alumni from Católica. I did my undergraduate and master's program at Católica in management. I've graduated last year, and I've actually started to work in a consulting company. But at the same time, I've always wanted to explore this entrepreneurship side of me. So we just launched Repare, and we're not going to tell you more. So
Not
like
yet, not
now,
yet.
yeah, not yet. And yeah, just like Mariana said, we are looking. We have the idea. We know we've launched it, but now we are looking forward to learn how to make these ideas sustainable over the long term.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much for the presentation. Can we move to Simon, Easy Board? Simon, are you on board?
Yes, I am.
Simon, please.
Hi. Can I present now?
Please, please, please go ahead. Your presentation,
Right.
not the idea.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You.
Unfortunately, first of all, my partner is not here. He's working.
Mm.
So I'm the only one here. I hope he's going to the another sections. So I'm Simon Manuel. I'm from Nova. I just degree for my master material engineering last year in November. Right now, I'm doing some interviews and I have some proposals to work in Portugal in the Netherlands. So I'm considering the options to go. And my expectations for bets, I was here last year, and I love the program, the events, and right now I think I'm more prepared for what's going to happen, about my idea and the contests, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, I remember your idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thanks, Simon. Thanks. Can we move on to Rafael, please?
Yeah, great. Thank you. So I'm Rafael. Nice to meet you. Thank you to all the partners for making this possible, to the CTIE, Mangoa, BET, and Startup Lisboa. My team members cannot be here today. It's the only session they won't be attending because they're more or less on holiday and traveling. But can I maybe share my screen to see, so you can see their faces? I have just one slide.
So yeah, do that.
Can you disable it?
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, please.
Great. Okay. So you see it?
Yeah, excellent.
Oh, all right. So we are five. Me and Michelle on the left have the business background. Michelle worked at IBM for 6 years as a strategy consultant, digital strategy consultant. I just finished my master's at Católica and now start a new job in Lisbon. So I want to stay in Lisbon long term. Then we have Enzo. He is a physiotherapist and a triathlete. You will understand why the running related specs later. Then we have Estelle. She's also a physiotherapist, but more acts on nutrition. She has a degree in that. And then on the right, Marlene, she is Italian, actually, Italian-German. And she does ultra trails and is a yoga teacher. So this is our team. What we all have in common is that we run. Michelle, I, and Marlene run pretty long distances, like ultra trails. Enzo is more of a performance athlete, and Estelle is more of a beginner and a hobby runner. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafael. Thanks. So let's move on. What's your expectation about this program, Rafael?
We have lots of expectations. The most important is we want to test our business hypothesis and get feedback, get into that feedback loop, create a network around entrepreneurship, and our goal is to get investments. That's our main expectation.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Can we get Jonathan on board, please? Either Alexander, Max, or Jonathan?
Sure. Hi, guys. My name is Jonathan. I'm a final year student at a German business school, HHL Leipzig Graduate School of Management, and I'm majoring in entrepreneurship and innovation management. So right now I'm interning as an entrepreneur in residence in a German startup in the automotive sector. And from the Forward program, I expect to be able to make a decision whether we should really go for this idea afterwards or not. And maybe something unexpected about myself is that I'm a semi-professional ballroom dancer.
Wow. Excellent.
Handing over to Alex.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jonathan, and also very happy to be here today and to see so many familiar faces. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I'm Alex from Germany, 26 years old, currently doing my final months of my Master's in Management at Cattolica Lisbon School of Business and Economics. Unfortunately now based in Leipzig due to the pandemic, but very happy to meet you all virtually. And before doing my master's, I've done a few years in consulting and also in a startup. And as Jonathan just pointed out, our expectations of this program is basically to test our hypothesis really fast and to estimate the feasibility and viability of our idea.
Excellent. Thanks. So more on the feasibility here. Okay. Max is not here, no? Or is here?
Max is not here today with us. Okay. Unfortunately, he's working or spending the nice, beautiful Sunday today outside with his girlfriend.
Okay, thanks. So do we have on the next team, do we have Francisco or Fredrick that can tell us about themselves, please?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. So my name is Francisco. Fredrick can't be here today. He's working. He's the one from Católica. He has executive masters. We are both from Estoril. We are both 26 years old, and I have a master's degree in biomedical engineering at FCT Nova. And now I'm working at full time in this project. And I think all my life led me to what I'm doing now. I grew up in this health incubator. My father was a doctor, my mother was a nurse. So I grew up hearing clinical stories about treatments, surrounded with medicines and medical devices and everything about health. And I wanted to be a doctor too. And unfortunately, or not, I couldn't get into med school. So I choose biomedical engineering. And now I'm this adventure, which is entrepreneurship. And we applied to this.
His internet is a little bit slow for me, no? Is it
program, yeah. Because we still have to... What? I'm sorry?
Your internet is cut because of the connection.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. But if you can make it short, because sometimes we hear cuts. We don't hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry. So we applied to this program because we think we have a lot to learn about the process of getting from an idea to building a startup. We are still an idea, and we want to reach that point. And I think we need suggestions and feedbacks from people who know how to do it. And we think it's also possible to improve our idea. It's a good idea, but I think with a lot of different feedbacks and perspectives that we think we will get here, that it is possible. And this is our first program. We never participate in any.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for the presentation.
Thank you.
Let's go to Mr. Philip.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pierre. Yeah, I'm Philip. I'm 24, originally from Germany. I'm currently based in Lisbon, and that's also where I study. So I study the Master's in Management at Católica Lisbon, and doing the strategy and entrepreneurship specialization. Previously, I worked in strategy consulting, in venture architecture for a company builder, and mostly in the automotive sector. I guess my expectations would be kind of to get through the ideation phase, since I just started or just had the idea. So I want to get feedback oftenly, but I also I guess want to work on my network. And I guess a fun fact about me is that I'm also one of the founders of the Venture Capital Club at Católica. And there we see us at as a platform for students, Católica and venture capitalists to basically leverage or build the network in Portugal for entrepreneurship and VCs and business. So that's about me.
Thank you, Philip. Thanks a lot. Then we go to Tiago or Felipe.
I can start, yes. Hi, I'm Tiago. I'm 23. I did my bachelor in Católica, and then my master in Nova. So a bit of management only. Felipe has nothing to do with management. She will explain. And we are actually something curious about us. We are actually starting another project, or a bit more advanced, let's say, which is 14 graus, or 14 degrees in Portuguese, which is for sustainability, environmental sustainability. If you want to know more, it's also very important to share this message. And now I'll pass to Felipe.
Thanks, Tiago. Thanks a lot. Felipe?
Hello, everyone. My name is Felipe. I'm a student and I'm taking my bachelor on occupational therapy. I don't know if you know what it is. Can you tell me did you know?
I pass on this one. I cannot answer this question.
Okay, so I will explain because I think it's my responsibility. Because I know that's something it's not very common to know. So occupational therapy is a health course that helps anyone with a disability or difficult on doing anything meaningful for them. So remember that occupational means any kind of activity, not just our job, like self-care, recreative, and work. And occupational therapists work mostly looking in a holistic way for their clients. So we look for the physical, social, and mental part. And that's it. And we hope that I hope that you now get to know this job that I will do soon, since I can't do my internship now that I'm waiting to finish all of it. So now you know. And today I'm working with Tiago. Nothing to do with this. We are developing a software, and this is my first time experiencing an event like this. So my expectations are neutral because I don't know what can happen. But I'm very excited to participate. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for the presentation of your field of work. I mean, it was interesting. I didn't know about that, so thanks. And welcome to the project, the program. And we'll get on stage Alana or Sorin or Katerina, Max, all of them, please.
Hi, so I will start. Hi, my name is Alana. I'm 24 years old. I'm also from Germany. Currently, I'm doing my master's degree at Católica with the major entrepreneurship and strategy. And what I expect from this program, so since we just came up with the idea, is just to get going and get some feedback. And also what's maybe interesting is that I also work for a German company in the product management department.
Okay, thanks. Sorin, Katerina, or Max?
Yeah, I will go on. So I'm 25 years old, also from Germany, and also currently studying the entrepreneur masters at Católica. And yeah, I would say I'm always open for new challenges like this project, and I'm very excited about this project, and also interested to hear other ideas, and also think it's a great opportunity to get feedback about our idea, and also like to get more helpful techniques to build up startup and also increase our idea.
Okay, thanks, Max. Sorin, Katerina?
Yes.
Hi, I'm
sorry.
You go first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Zorin. I'm 27. I'm also studying management with a specialization in strategic marketing. Before my master's, I worked in a consulting company as well as startups. And yeah, I'm super motivated and curious how to get our idea into shape.
Okay, thanks, Sorin. Katerina, it's your turn now.
I'm from Hamburg, from Germany. I'm 24. I'm also studying the management master at Cattolica with specialization in entrepreneurship. So that's basically why I'm here. I'm super interested in this. And yeah, so far it's great to meet so many diverse people. I expected more Cattolica management students here, and now yeah, I hope to get some different input, like good feedback. Basically, we have our idea just only developed last week for our lean entrepreneurship project. So we are at the very beginning and are yeah, still coming up with the hypothesis that we will need feedback on and we need to test.
Okay, thanks. So you're trying to do your homework together. Excellent. So guys, thanks a lot for the presentation. I took some notes on who you guys are. Let's continue now with either Armindo, Diogo, or Raquel, please.
Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Diogo Ervilha. I'm from Portugal, and I'm studying at Católica. I'm 21 years old, and I'm on my final year of my bachelor's in management. So what can I tell you a little bit more? My expectations for this program are really to, well, what it takes to the idea to improve and receive feedback related to our idea and business model. And also in the end that we can make something that can solve the core problem we have identified. So I can say my expectations are really, really high, but I'm sure that they will be met with this program. And yeah, it's also my first time on something like this. So let's do it, yeah.
Excellent, thanks, Diogo.
Thank you.
Armin or Raquel?
I'll go now. So hi, everyone. First of all, I want to say that I'm truly excited to be here. So thank you for the opportunity. My name is Raquel. I am 20 years old, and I'm currently doing my bachelor's degree in business administration in Católica, and I'm graduating this year. I'm participating with two great friends, Diogo and Armindo, and with our participation, I hope to learn how to improve by receiving feedback and constructive comments and be able to implement this project, which the three of us truly cherish and believe in.
Okay, excellent, thanks. Last but not least on this team, Armindo, please.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. My name is Armindo. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Venezuela. I'm in the final year of my bachelor's degree in economics. And I'm also right now the president of the Students' Union of Catholicism. And what I expect from this program is to learn. I want to learn. I want to know if our idea is good or not, and I want to learn if and if it's not this idea, I can learn for in the future launch another idea, start another idea, and also to meet awesome people and entrepreneurs. And I'm really happy to be here with all of you and Raquel and Diogo. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for the enthusiasm and the smile. You have a big smile, eh? Nice. Okay, so passing on to Mariana or Ines.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariana. I'm 22. I finished my degree last year from Católica in economics and finance. And then I started a gap year and I traveled a little bit. I did some volunteer. And now I'm working with two startups, a Portuguese startup, which is also an NGO, and I'm doing podcasts for them, and another startup, which is actually helping startups in Africa. So yeah, and I think I'm with Ines, and I think our expectations for this program are very high, but at the same time, we're trying to keep them low because it's better to be surprised. And both of us, well, I'm talking from my part, but my dad is an entrepreneur. And I've always had this vein in myself that I wanted to create something. So I think this was the perfect opportunity to learn and network and meet people and see if we can do something with our idea.
Excellent, thanks. Ines.
Hi, yeah. So my name is Ines. I am 22 years old. I graduated last year with a bachelor's in management from Católica. And for the past 6 months, I was a part of the marketing team at the European Investment Fund, which is the EU body dedicated to entrepreneurship. And that meant that I was in contact with a lot of entrepreneurial stories. And so that's kind of dangerous in a way, because you kind of forget that actually most businesses fail.
Yeah.
It's quite rare to get to the point where you actually get EU funding. So like Mariana said, I think we're kind of back here to get back to the basics, get feedback, test our ideas, strengthen our value proposition. And so, yeah, we're both very excited to be here and to meet you all. So thank you for putting this together.
Thank you very much, Ines. So thanks for the intros and thanks for the expectation. I took note of that. Very different ideas, okay? Diverse people in different location, different background. There is still sometimes a common denominator because of Católica, but what I was surprised when I looked at originally we had 24 applications and we selected only 10 because of logistics reason. But there are very different ideas, and I think this is interesting to see how you're going to get the input from the next session, the mentors and etc., and what's going to happen to your team and ideas. As Ines was mentioning, 9 out of 10 startups usually fail, okay, by not having clients or no one wanting to actually buy their products. So this is something that we'll try to help you out for in the next month. So it was the part of, let me go back to my slide here. So it was about you. Now let's move to here the buddy mentors. So what we did in the background while you guys were applying to the program, we worked with BET to get what we call the buddy mentors working with you and assigned to your team. Buddy mentors, I will explain that after, what it is exactly and how they're going to work with you and how it's going to be unveiling. But what I'd like to have is now the buddy mentors to present themselves as well, very shortly, please, because you're going to have more opportunity to present yourself after in Discord or other channels. But please tell us about yourself. Can we start with Mariana and follow up with Alana, Tiago, Pedro?
Yes, okay. So my name is Mariana. I'm a student. I'm at my master's degree at Industrial and Management Engineering at Instituto Superior Técnico, and I'm giving mentorship to the Ripara startup and Education Buddies startup.
Excellent, thanks. So you're from EST?
Yes, I am.
Okay, welcome to the crew here. Thanks. Alana?
Thank you.
Hey everyone, so my name is Alana. I'm in my second year of my bachelor's in economics at Nova SB, and I will be helping Ripara as I have a special interest for this area. So, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Tiago? I don't hear you, Tiago.
Are you listening now?
Yeah, it's good.
Fine. So I'm Tiago. I study industrial engineering and management. I'm in my last year in master's, and I studied the same during the bachelor. I'm at BET. I think it's 1 year over, and yes, I'm looking forward to this challenge. And well, I should also talk in behalf of Diogo, who is working, and he studied finance at Nova, and yeah, he is also looking forward on this project.
Thanks, Tiago. You're from EST as well?
Yes, I'm from IST.
And Tiago is from Nova, or no?
Yes, Diogo is from Nova.
Okay, excellent. Thanks. Can we go to Pedro?
Hi, I'm Pedro. I'm in my first year of bachelor's degree in business administration. I'm currently in my first year here in BET. What I expect to do with this is just to help these ideas grow, help them achieve their goals to this project, and it's everything.
Okay, thanks. Can we carry on with Duarte, please?
So hello everyone. First of all, it was really nice to hear your presentations. So my name is Duarte Ribeiro. I'm from Técnico. I'm now in my last year of masters. I'm specializing in circular economy at the moment. I'm at the moment working as well on a company of fast-moving consumer goods, and I hope to bring great inputs into this project. And I give a special hi to Rafael from the team 3, and I hope to meet the rest of the team on the later sessions. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Duarte. Can we go to Dario, please?
Hello, I'm not Dario, by the way, but I'm representing him because he could not be here today. But basically, just so you know, Dario is studied management at ISEG. Well, and now my name is Raquel. I'm doing my master's at Católica in management with a major in strategic marketing. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thanks, Raquel. Inês, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Inês. I'm finished my master at Técnico in bioengineering and nanosystems. And I am also working at a hospital, in a public hospital that is working with COVID right now. I'm a radiology technician, and I hope to help my startup in the best way and to help them to see the reality of the hospitals and the patients and with all that reality.
Wow, thanks. I'm amazed, especially in the matching with the team. Excellent, thanks. Marvin?
Hey guys, my name is Marvin. I'm from Germany, 26 years old, and I'm studying at Católica with a major in business. I'm going to mentor with Gluma. I'm very excited because I truly believe the idea could have potential, and I'm excited to work with you guys. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Okay, thanks for the intro. Where are you, Marvin, currently? In Portugal or in Germany?
I'm in Lisbon right now, yeah.
In Lisbon, okay. Then we move to Afonso, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Afonso. I'm 21 years old. I'm currently studying in my master's in innovation management and entrepreneurship in IST, a new master's. And an expectation that I have is that today I'm in this side. I want to see how you work because I'm really thrilling to go to that side one day and also build my own startup. Oh, and I'm going to help Smile and students to student. Thank you.
Thank you. Raquel, you already presented, no?
Yes, she did.
Yes, sorry. Yes,
I did. No worries. Okay. Can we move on to João?
Yes, of course. So hello, everyone. My name is João Santos, but you can call me Santos as well. I studied at EST in the best course, as Pierre said, Industrial Engineering and Management. I'm particularly interested in marketplaces, and I'm gonna help Event X and Education Buddies with Mariana as well. And I'm looking forward to help these marketplaces because I really like this business model.
Excellent. Thanks. Mafalda?
Yes, so hello everyone. I hope you are enjoying this session and welcome to the program. My name is Mafalda. I did my bachelor in business in Nova, and now I'm finishing my master's in Católica in international management with a major in corporate finance. I will be working with Santos with the startup Event X, so with Tiago and Felipe. I'm really excited to work with you and yeah, help you out with the startup, and in case you have any doubts on anything else with that as well. So welcome and thank you.
Thanks. Tiago Neves.
Yeah, Tiago and Diogo were already presented, yeah.
Okay, Afonso as well. Pedro as well. Mariana Costa, exactly.
Yeah, the rest is everyone.
Okay. So, and also there's a little, so thanks guys. And this is one of the differentiator of this program, having bets inside the program and providing you what we call the buddy mentors. This is, I think, a huge differentiator that we'll explain later on. But there is a little stuff on the left as well in yellow. And what is that? At some point, and starting after the second session, after March 13th, you're going to have access also, guys, from all the teams here, you're going to have access to people that are going to help you with client validation. Again, as mentioned by, I think it's Ines, the last person that presented, yeah, Ines Lucas, most of the startups die not because of not having a brilliant idea. They die because they don't have actually customers to buy from, okay? And it's important, especially what the incubators tell us on a regular basis is that when people, especially people from universities, apply to their program, they haven't done enough client validation. It's not because the idea is, you know, not robust, but they didn't have enough data on their client segment, on their, you know, clients that would buy and how they would buy, etc. So we're going to have a special task force called also client validation that you're going to have access to. And I think it's going to be super useful for you to have these people. Okay, so that's the guys in yellow. Do we have here Francisco and Luisa?
So I'm here. I don't know.
Perhaps they're not here, no?
Luisa is
Francisco,
here.
Luisa.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Luisa Schnepper.
Hi.
I'm doing the International Master Management with specialization in entrepreneurship and innovation. And I'm very happy to do the client validation with you. And I hope I can be supportive as I'm actually working with a startup right now for my master thesis, doing the client validation for them. So yeah, happy to help.
Excellent. Thank you, Luisa. Francisco is on the call?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's fine. Thanks. So guys from the startup, so you understand, you're going to have the buddy mentors, and after you're going to have this validation team. So let's move on. Before we go into the details of what are the program and the buddy mentors and how we're going to work, etc. Any questions? Okay. So nobody is trying to talk, even being muted? No? Okay. So let's move on. We'll do that after. So organization is, we'll take the break after. So organization is, as Celine was mentioning, this is why we're doing that, is that currently, and this is coming from academic paper, there is a gap between business incubators and universities. Okay. And what we're trying to do actually, especially, I mean, two things, is providing you with coaching, mentorship, and test your market. Okay, this is mainly the things we're going to be doing. And also you will see, we're going to have one of the dimensions actually that was mentioned by the incubators. And we talked to Startup Lisboa, we talked to Startup Braga, Aveiro, we had some people from Techstars as well, what we talked to. And the problem is also about the way you pitch, okay? The way you pitch is also something that sometimes limits you when you're presenting your idea. And all of these sessions that we're gonna have will be recorded, all recorded. And also we're gonna have someone that is gonna be looking more at your pitching style and will tell you, okay, perhaps recommendation or suggestions to present your idea, okay? Because we think this is something that is important for you when you're going to be pitching in front of a jury for getting into an incubator, okay? The dates and what we are in for. So this is what is going to happen. This is the first session today. So let me put that here, laser pointer here. This is what we're going to be doing today, okay? Then the next session is on March 13th. And the same thing, we're going to get on Zoom. The only difference that we're going to have here, between here and here, is that starting next week, we're going to start to put content on the Mangoa platform. Content that you're going be using as videos, articles, documents, etc. The idea of this program is not to repeat, content, is to use the content that you have on the platform and that you would have read before or looked at, and to use that during the session. Okay, so we're going to share content before, and then during the session, we're going to be using it, especially aligned with what the mentor will be asking you. And the second session will be really about your hypothesis, okay, and the validation plan you have. And also we're going to finish with what your minimum viable product will look like. Then we're going to meet on April. It's going to be about, again, the validation that you did on the hypothesis, the market size. This is also something that we have been told by the incubators. It's sometimes when you pitch and you want to get inside an incubator, you don't have an idea of what's the market size that you are into, how you're going to grow, and etc. And we're going to discuss the MVP at this time. Then we're going to have a session focusing exclusively on pitching, rehearsal. We don't know yet at this point if it's going to be physical or not. It's very different from pitching online than pitching on the physical setup, but we'll see what's going to happen. And here you're going to have people that are going to help you out, to stress point and organize yourself when pitching. And then, in May, we're going to have you presenting in front of a jury. So what will be the jury? We have some people in already, obviously from Startup Lisboa. We have people also from, some people from VC funds that can provide you with a different perspective. But the idea is to put in this session people that are taking care of incubators. So that they can scout you, they can identify you and tell you, okay, you guys, perhaps you would benefit from pitching your idea and eventually you can get in our program. At the end, we're going to have a monetary prize of €1,000 for the best pitch, okay, on that. So this is the program. And after all that stuff will be detailed in the platform from Mango Up. Okay, so this is what we have. Any questions?
How long will the pitch be in the end on session 5?
It depends. We don't know if it's going to be 5 minutes or if it's going to be 8 minutes.
All right.
So we'll tell you. It's not going to be 3. It's going to be 5 to 8 minutes. Okay. The reason why I don't know yet, Rafael, is because some people in the jury want to adapt that to what they do with their accelerators, and we have different pitch duration, different accelerators.
All right.
So we have to get to a kind of an average. Other questions? Okay. So this is what, I think, in terms of the overall interaction and way of working, I tried to put a slide so you can understand how it's going to be. So we're going to have what I call a core team, and a core team will revolve around you. So here, this is you, the teams, the 10 teams. And we're going to link you with buddy mentors, and it's going to go through, okay, because they're from BET. So we're going to have this core team that's going to be here, and they're going to interact through the Mango Up tools, either through Discord or through Notion. They will explain that after. Okay, so it's going to be the core team, and I expect to have interaction and the team asking the buddy mentors for feedback and how for specific information. And the buddy mentors, if they don't have, most of the time they're going to have the answer. If they don't have the answer, they're going to go to the network of BET to find new answers. That stuff will be kind of the daily or the weekly, I don't know how you're going to be organized, but it's going to be your daily bread. It's going to be that. Then we're going to expose you, quote, to what I call the extended team with industry mentors. So you're going to have people that, as I mentioned, they're going to be specific on marketing, they're going to be specific on health, they're going to be specific, etc. And then they're going to be talking with you on your specific issues or doubts, always with the objective really to make sure that you're not going in a direction where there is no market. Okay, so this is something we told them, is that they need to help you and help us to make sure that you're not doing in a direction of having a great idea, but not having clients for that actually. Okay, so this is what I call the extended team. And also another tool that we're going to be using more for the extended team in general will be Zoom for formal touch points. So all the sessions that I mentioned in the previous slide will be done through Zoom, okay? And also we're gonna have the mentors going through Zoom. You can invite them through your platform, and Mango Up will explain after. But basically that's the way we see things happening, okay? So let's go now in the direction of buddy mentors. So what do we mean by buddy mentors, and why do we think this is important? What we've seen in other programs, sometimes there is a disconnect between the team and the industry mentors. Why? Because industry mentors, they come and go, they come and go. They don't have perhaps the willingness, neither the time to be deeply involved with them. They kind of subject matter expert, these industry mentors, and they want to get with you on specific items. Sometimes they are super helpful throughout the duration of the project, but sometimes they just want to get in on one point and get out, okay, and go to another team, and that's it. Knowing that, what we discussed and what we thought is to put you in touch with the buddy mentors. So buddy mentors are people that are either student or have been student a few years ago. They have genuine interest in entrepreneurship, and they have a specific forte or competence. And what we did is that we teamed you up with two types of mentors. So each team should have two types of mentors. One mentor that will have more kind of a technical angle, that you can ask him about, you know, I don't know, if you're developing a marketplace, if you're trying to do something more technical, to have this person on board and ask him, you know, what to do or what we should look at, etc. And you have another person that is more business angle. And this business angle is more about helping you out in the product market fit, customer discovery, and getting all this data, you know, solid. And that's the reason why we think that buddy mentors can help you, because they're going to have more informal relationship with the team. They kind of are, I don't like the word, but it's kind of an add-on to your team, okay? They're close to you. You can reach them anytime you want. They discuss, etc. They have more depth experience. It's, you know, on this technical or business subject. We expect them to help you out on getting over obstacles, okay, and not being stuck and asking perhaps directly me or other people. You can still, and you're welcome to ask me questions, but I think most of the answers, if you're facing difficulties, should be detailed with the buddy mentors. They're gonna have also access to specific content or contacts through bets and other partners, so they can put you in touch with other people, or they can bring in some people for the discussion. And one thing also is that, let me see what I have here, because I don't see that automatic. What I have here. And they're always going to be almost, and you're going to have to check that. I don't want to oversell here. They're going to be very close to you in terms of kind of always connected, okay, always on call for you and to work that, okay. So this is why we think, and this is something that we're testing here, okay. It can work like a charm, or it can work with some difficulties and you tell us what, and we can improve, or it cannot work. But we believe it can add value, because what we've seen in previous programs. So you're going to be connected with these buddy mentors, and that's going to be the expectation that you can have with the buddy mentors. As all interaction with humans, you may want to touch base or check with them what are the expectations also and to align that. But as general terms, we expect the buddy mentors to do that. So I encourage you teams and buddy mentors to get together when possible and discuss that and how you're going to work and what you can help out with. Okay, so any questions on the buddy mentors? No? Okay, so I'll move to the next slide. And the next slide will be, and I'll pass now on Mango Up. So if you remember, here we have all that stuff, you know, all the core team revolves around the platform that's going to be provided by Mango Up with their Discord and with their Notion platform. And I would like them now to share with us how this works. So it's going to be kind of a tutorial of accessing the platform, what the platform does. And also I would like to have perhaps Marie and Raquel to introduce themselves before we start that. So.
Thanks, Pierre.
Hello, sorry. Yeah, about myself, I'm also part of the Mango Up team. I'm Marie from Germany, 26 years old, and I'm really looking forward to work with all of you together. And yeah, always happy to help.
All right, and I'm Raquel, also from Mango Up. I'm 22 and just finished my master's in entrepreneurship and strategy at Católica. And yeah, we're really happy to be here and helping you guys out.
So now it's the time we will tell you exactly how we will work and how we will use our platform. So just maybe like a short word as an introduction about Mango Up. Pierre told you about this gap between the universities and the incubators, the accelerators, the investors. So we believe at Mango Up that there is like our generation, we are really like a lot of people interested in building our whole project. And there is still this problem that there is this gap, that there is not the link for young people to be able to reach this incubator accelerator because they ask for a projects that are made sure in a certain way. And usually like we lack of continuity after the entrepreneurship classes. A lot of people don't have entrepreneurship classes. So things are really hard. So this is what we do. That's why we are here today. We fulfill our mission directly with the universities. So for example, throughout this program, and as well directly with young founders. So Mango Up for you, it will be two things. It will be a platform, just to tell you as well, important points. So we will use as well this forward program to further validate Mango Up. So we are not far away from you. Like you are building your project during this program. We've been building the project since a few months and we keep building it. Right now as well about us, like we are currently fundraising, so we pitch a lot in front of investors, and we would be happy as well at some point at the end of the PAP, the pre-acceleration program, sorry, to connect you with the people we can, etc. So let's go through how we will work and how you will use Mango Up. So there are two platforms. There are Discord and Notion. Discord is for communication. Notion is for work. I will let the stage to Raquel so that she will explain you the Discord.
Yeah, so why are we using Discord? We wanted to get away from email and Moodle so that we could make a more ongoing communication process rather than just, you know, exchanging emails, which is kind of boring. And so that's why we chose Discord, because that's also where our own community of young founders is hosted on. And so you already received a document link where there's a tutorial on how to actually join Discord. And when you join Discord, you're actually going to just join our whole community of young people. You have access to a whole network. We're almost 100 people from 15 different countries, from North America to Europe to Asia and even Africa. And within this space, you'll have your own private space that only the forward participants have access to. So I'm going to share my screen and you will see Discord as you see it, because I see it a bit differently usually. So basically, this is what a server looks like, and when you enter, you usually see this first area. So by the way, for those of you who have a bit of trouble entering Discord and everything, you can email me or basically email me, and then we can schedule a call and I'll help you out with all the technical issues in case you have some. So no worries about that, it's pretty easy. But when you enter the server, you will see this. And these are just information channels. If you use Slack, it's basically the same. You can click and it's different chat rooms. And on the right side, you will see everyone that is in our community, who is online, etc. We also have bots, by the way, they help us out. And just to introduce you quickly to our community, everything that is not Forward 2021 is visible to everyone in this Discord, and it's part of our community. And so we have like a general chat where we talk to all our members. We have a place where we introduce ourselves. Half is already here, actually. We can ask for help, and you can even ask for help here further down the line. We have events, and you can see all our events here, etc., etc. And the cool thing about Discord, and it's the big advantage, is that you can both have text conversations, but also video calls or voice calls through Discord, everything in one place. And that's why we love it so much. So now moving forward to the forward part, pun intended, you can go to you can have the general chat. This is where we'll be making announcements, either us, Bet, or even the forward team. I already have a message here just for an example. You'll also access all our sessions here with the help of this awesome bot that I really like. You always have the Zoom link here, and if you accept this invitation, you'll get a reminder 15 minutes before the event, which is pretty cool. The important part is that each team has their own private text channel and also voice channel. So our purpose here, and I mean, this is obviously optional, but we recommend it, is that you use this to communicate between the team, different team members, but also with your BET buddy mentors. So all of you will have access to, for example, if you're team one, you'll have access to this channel, and you can communicate, text, update each other. You can say, okay, let's hop on a quick call. You click here, boom, I'm in 2 calls right now. So yeah, this is what Discord is. And we'll also be posting here announcements of when new content is uploaded for the different sessions, because as Pierre said, you will have like content you need to watch or read before the next session. So we'll announce it here. For example, hey guys, go check it out, and we'll link it to Notion. And now I'll pass on to Nico, which will explain what Notion is.
Raquel, sorry, could I just ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Are we supposed to, when entering the link that Pierre sent us via email, are we supposed to already see all these channels, or?
Yeah, that's really important actually. So can you see actually my Notion guide, or do you see Discord still?
We see Discord.
Oh.
Discord, yeah.
Wait. Then it's easier if I do this. So this is the guide that Pierre sent you. You have to follow all these instructions, and this is the actual link that will make you enter Discord. And now going back to Discord. Wait.
Sorry, but I think we don't receive that steps, or I don't know if it's only us or there are someone that has the same problem.
Yeah, I also don't have that link.
Okay, we will
share. Okay, but don't worry about it. We'll send it again. So we're just explaining how the whole process works. Supposedly it was sent by email on Friday, I think, but we'll just resend it. No worries. And then when you enter, this is an important thing. When you enter Discord and create an account, you should use your own name, because I will need to see who you are and give you permissions to actually see this. So don't be scared. When you enter Discord, you will not see the forward section, because as you know, this is an open community for young founders. And after I see that you belong to the Forward program, I'll add you to the right team and you will see the right channels here on Forward, okay? If you have any questions, please email me, or if you actually manage to get inside Discord, you can text me there because I'm 24/7 there.
Can I ask a question before you go, Nicola? So if what happened is that I sent an email to a number of people, I don't know who exactly, but I had a list and I sent an email with a link to Notion. Is there something that we didn't include for them to link into Discord, or it's me that didn't send the email to everyone?
I believe it's just the wrong link in the email.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Because we have an email that you sent with the link, but the link just led me towards creating an account, but not that document to then press it to enter the channels and all that.
I think what we are missing are the steps to associate this channel on Discord. There's
So
probably a document, right?
But the link Pierre sent,
the link sent us to create an account on Discord.
Document. Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we can see that afterwards. We can see.
You'll just send a new email.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that. So it's part of all the fun. So we'll fix that. But I think some of you have been able to get in. For the others, we're gonna regroup and see how we can do that. Perhaps resend another email. So thanks.
Yeah. And just before Nico starts with Notion, we will, so right now you don't have access to Notion and will be for later, but it will be communicated on Discord and via email later in the week. So right now, the major step is for you to enter Discord when we send you the links, the correct links for you to join.
Thanks, Raquel. Yeah, no worries. We'll send you the link. It's really easy to join, so it's really not a problem. Just why we do that really is that we believe, and we've experienced that as well, like building Mongo Up, that communication remotely within the teams when you are building such a project and you want to build your idea is extremely important. And Discord is an amazing tool to stay connected, to jump in calls, to talk directly. It's really, really powerful. And it will enable you as well to have direct access to our community of founders. And the community of founders is all about looking for help, asking for help. If you want to try your business idea, you can ask the people there to test your business idea. So you have already like potentially like 100 beta testers on your business idea directly. And so you can bring your friend as well to this overall community. That's the idea, is really to accelerate and to push everyone. We foster peer learning, which means like learning with other entrepreneurs. As we've experienced, it is great to benefit from the knowledge of others and to have this sense of helping each other, because building an idea is extremely hard. If you are not alone, it's way better, definitely. So now let's switch to Notion. I don't know if some of you already know Notion. So it's an amazing tool as well. You can see that right now as like Moodle, but on steroids, kind of. So if you use Notion, you don't need to have Google Doc, Google Drive. You don't need to switch between like all the videos, etc. Everything is in one place. So for you, what does it mean? It means that you have like one centralized place to access all the resources including in this program, all the contacts, the CTIE, Mongo Up, the bets. We will put everyone there. You can contact everyone with as well the Discord names, etc. The sessions, what about the session is about? Here we will link the resources that Pierre will share before the session 2, the session 3, session 4. You have as well access to content that we created at Mongo Up to help and in partnership with others to help you build your business ideas, and access to a lot of discounts on different tools that will as well help you move forward. We have everything, and the idea is to solve this problem of continuity, that building your business idea is not during only a 3-month program. It starts before. When you think about it, it helps you accelerate during the program, and it keeps going later. And when you keep going later, you need some tools to accept elements, to build an app, to use to manage your CRM, to manage your data. And so that's why we've been partnering with a bunch of companies, and we can as well like help you like choose the right tools. On the top of that, we will all invite you next week to access your own as well workplace on Notion. So what does it mean? It means that it's a place to do everything, right? It's a workplace. It's made to be collaborative. It's an MVP, as I told you, of a future platform that we would build, but it's an extremely powerful and extremely good. The idea here as well is to enable you to work in good condition in order to push your business ideas and to move fast. And so the power of Notion is that you can embed everything. And once again, you will have some tutorials about that. We will share everything like later, but it's a great way to for example, add a video, centralize all your notes, everything, and access templates that will help you as well move forward with your business idea. Just to show you like one example, this is for instance a weekly planning that can enable you to just get shit done, right? Like Monday, what do you do? Tuesday, what do? You check the test list and you move forward and you have this feeling. So it will enable you both to organize your work, to access information, and to store information. I hope this is clear. So once again, you get invited next week to all your workplaces. And don't worry about the continuity of this after the program. We have a partnership with Notion, so we can offer you some credits that will enable you to keep using Notion with your team for 1 year. It's like 1,000 credits, so quite a lot. So yeah, I hope you. So this is a big test. We believe that it's really important to work collaboratively in collaboration, like in a good way, and organization is key. Access to resources is key. So that's what we try to do here with these platforms.
Excellent, thanks, Nico. Can you get us more? Perhaps one thing that perhaps you can add, or is that the power of what these guys are proposing and are proposing you as startups in this program is the access to some tools that you're going to need after to validate the traction, or etc. If you remember, or perhaps you don't know because you were not in this class, at some point you have to choose some tools to do a landing page or to do other things. What these guys and what we provide you, and I think this is powerful, is that we provide you a bundle of tools. Instead of you spending time and having to pay eventually, these guys did the work for you. So they talk to these companies, etc., and they provide you with a bundle of tools that you can use at free of charge. Okay, and it can help you really speed up your startup, because you're not going to have to spend time and get mails and wait 2 days after to get authorized to get in, etc. They did the work for you, and I think this is something the team, Nico, Marie, and Raquel, that is very, very powerful. Can you add on that, Nico?
Yeah, thanks, Pierre. Yeah, the idea of this is like we want to break all the barriers for you to start your business idea faster and cheaper. So part of it is choosing the right tool at the right time, not losing your time in comparing everything, and not being afraid of damn, like this will cost me like 30 euros a month on the top of all the other expenses. And we know that at such an early stage of your idea, every euro counts. And even an investment of 200, 300 euro, it's already a lot, right? So that's why we are here. That's why we do everything we do, is we break all the barriers to help you move forward.
Excellent. Thanks. Because I think it's important for the people to know that they're going to have access not only to a platform, community, and people, but also tools. And I think this is one of the things that is interesting. So now, thanks, Mango Up. On that, any questions before we go for a little break of like say 15 minutes, and after we'll go and get you guys pitching and asking some questions. So any questions from the audience or from the participant?
No. A quick question again.
Please.
So we're working with Miro already, you know, the visual collaboration tool, and we quite like it because especially like if you're in different places and you want to show and be visual, It's very useful. Can that be integrated in Notion?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So that's as well a next step for us, but we need to build like a strong partnership with Miro. Miro is an amazing tool. It's really for brainstorming,
we
for
absolutely love
collaborating. It's amazing. Yeah, and so that's the next step as well, and maybe we will be able to do that like during the program as well, and to offer you this opportunity. You can like, it would be amazing to be able to brainstorm on Miro, have that on Notion, work on Notion, because these tools are really complementary. And once again, if you work the right way, your idea move forward. That's it.
Yeah, one more thing, guys, sorry. I'm gonna send out the link to the actual guides on how to enter Discord, so you don't have to follow it now because we're going on a break, but keep it for yourself and then you can join later.
Or do it now.
Or do it now if you want, but you should also enjoy your break. And and yeah, we'll resend it by email again later, but yeah, just so you can have it, I'll send it here.
Excellent. So thanks Raquel. So where do we stand now before we go for break? So we had everyone, we know why we're here, is that because we want to make you do a leapfrog. Coming from a French guy, it has some, so we want you to jump really fast into your business idea and provide you with support with the buddy mentors, with the community of Mango Up and the tools. And so we're building kind of a toolkit that you can use and move on. We had also the opportunity to have all of you presenting yourself, so we know who who is there and what they expect, etc. And I think we call it the first half of this session, and we're going to go for anything you want to do, perhaps coffee as well. And we'll be back at let me see what I have here, at 15:44. And what's going to happen in the second part of this session is I'm going to invite the teams to present. And the idea actually will be for the teams to present 5 minutes max, okay? And we're going to allow 2 questions on each presentation, okay? So it's going to be the first time for you teams to tell us what and how you want to change the world, okay? And we're going to ask 2 questions. And that's about it for the second half of the session. So if you have any questions, we're still online, but I encourage you to get energy, chocolate, coffee, or whatever, so you can pitch after and be on your best day, okay? Thank you, guys.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pierre.
Hello, hello, welcome everyone.
Hello.
Okay, so I hope you guys had a nice 15 minutes or so break for coffee or whatever. So let's look at my slides and what I have here. Okay, and I'm going to share that because I don't think I'm sharing it now. All right. So I don't know if everyone is on the call, but I think we should get started. And so now it's going to be your opportunity. The 10 teams that are in is to share with this the people here today what you want to achieve, okay? And it's going to be super important for everyone, not only us, the organization, the body mentors, etc., but something that we noticed also in some of these programs is that your other peers or the other teams sometimes they have very good feedback for you as well. So it's important for everyone to hear about you, and to seek feedback as well in all these people around. I think one of the secrets, and I don't think if it's a secret or not, but entrepreneurs have this willingness to get as much feedback from different people as possible, because this is how things, you know, get challenged. So the way I would like to structure that is, oops, it's this one here, is that we're going to start by the same order than the presentation, so it's easy. We're going to start with Repare, EasyBoard, Rabbits, etc. And you can either, there is no framework in presenting either slide or Word document or PDF or only your hands or only talk over, etc. It's your first speech. You do whatever is best for you. Okay. The only limitation that you're gonna have will be actually me keeping time. So I'm gonna be putting 5 minutes, and I'll tell you when you are about 1 minute to finish. Okay. So I'll keep the time. And I'll tell you about 1 minute to finish. So. And after, I'll open up for questions for anybody in the audience, but 2 questions only, because otherwise it's not going to be manageable. All right? Any questions about this kind of guidelines? Do we have either Mariana or Alicia on the call now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do with sharing something or not sharing something?
No, we'll just talk.
Excellent. So I'll remove this slide. You're going to have that. Let me remove that as well. Let me get the 5 minutes. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, 5 minutes for you.
Okay. So, hello, we are Repare. We started this business because we saw that there was a huge issue around, like, an environmental issue around clothing and the garment industry as well. So basically, what we perceived was that a lot of people, a lot of our friends, family, and people around us in general, they had a lot of clothes that were just hanging on their wardrobes and were not being used. And the majority of people do not know what they want to do with them. So we started Repare as like a platform where you can actually buy and sell your own clothing. And we really like, this is we think that this is a huge opportunity for people, not only to acquire really good quality garments, but to sell their own stuff as well. We are launching now, and people can request for us to go and take their clothes, so we can prepare everything and to put in the platform and to sell the clothing.
Yeah, so basically we aim to simplify the process of selling clothes. We want people to stop accumulating clothes they don't use in their homes. So we basically collect their clothes, we prepare everything, we select. That's why it's a curated platform. We want to ensure quality products that have quality, and at the same time we want to give the opportunity to people to rediscover the world of secondhand, because most of the times this market is perceived as a market that doesn't have any quality. It's not good, it's basically trash, and we want to change that. And so we will be basically taught that these are the 2 channels we can work with.
Excellent, thanks. So you still had some time. We're going to be adding more questions so to your time is thanks. So can I go for the first question, please? I have some questions, but I'd like other people to come in and ask some questions.
I can jump in.
Please.
Do you actually already make revenues?
No.
Okay.
We launched a week ago?
Yeah, 1 week ago.
A week ago.
Cool. Congrats.
We
Thank
just
you.
launched the platform and we are in the process of collecting the clothes. And we just set up like a small studio here. That's why you see lighting. And basically we're preparing to photograph all the clothing that we collected. And then once we upload it in the website, in our platform, we will be able to have revenues, hopefully.
Super cool.
I have a question. Are you looking especially for like luxury items or like brands that sell at a higher price again to like have a margin there?
So basically the idea is to do a mix of both. We don't want to have clothes that don't have quality, but we don't want to restrict in terms of brands, because we believe that there are certain brands that are not perceived as premium brands, but at the same time they have quality. And most of the times, like especially girls, like I have plenty of clothes that I barely used, and even though they're not premium from premium brands, they have like high quality and they can be used as a second life.
Yeah. So basically, like we accept everything from Zara to, I don't know what's the maximum, like
Armani, Louis Vuitton.
Prada,
We've had some items.
Yeah, we
from
have
them.
some items from those brands. But like to give you one example, like Primark and clothes from the supermarket, you know, supermarket brands. We cannot accept that because their life.
The lifespan is very short,
yeah.
and we don't want to have low quality products
in the platform.
Yeah. Thank you.
Other questions?
I have a question, if
Please,
it's okay.
come in. Yeah, of course.
So do you compensate the people that donate the clothes, or is it just pure like they donate them and that's it?
No, so basically the idea was most girls that are want to sell their clothes, usually they create those Instagram pages that most of the time, like the photos are not good quality, and even though the products might be good quality, they're not perceived as that. So the idea is basically they send their clothes to us, we select them, we prepare them to upload it on the platform, and then once we sell them, we give a percentage to the people that gave them their clothes to us, and then we keep a commission for us.
And we also have like this option where when we have clothes that we do not accept to our platform, and we're actually now just selecting some of the clothes that we collect this week, and people can actually get their clothes back, or they can donate to an organization. We have a lot of people that select the option for the donation, and we already have like a box there full of clothes that we're going to donate to different organizations.
Yes, because although we want to give people the opportunity to sell their clothes and make some money and not like reduce the amount of clothes that they don't use
don't go to waste.
Yeah, exactly, that go to waste. We also want to give back to institutions that are in need. So we also have that in consideration. Even like some people selected that once we sell the clothes, they want to donate that money to institutions. So we're partnering with some key institutions that we identify the messages with, and we're gonna donate that money afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Can we have one more question, please? One more question? No?
Okay, Pierre, sorry. Can I ask a question? Do you give an estimation of the value, or do I send the clothes? Okay.
So you send, for example, you send us your clothes, we evaluate them, we understand whether they should be put in our platform or not, according to some conditions we pre-selected, and then we send you your.
It's like
it's basically we value the pieces of clothing, and then we send you an email, and then you accept it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once you accept it, then we put in our platform.
Okay, nice. Okay. I had one question about stock, and what is super interesting is that you chose to have people and collecting the clothes and getting this stuff in kind of a warehouse. What was this decision for? Why did you decide actually to get the clothes on your premises instead of getting the clothes on people's premises and linking the buyers and the sellers?
Because I think one of the major questions that we had in the beginning was that we really wanted something that was a bit more premium and curated, and that's why we collect the clothes. We want to take the pictures. We want to have like, I think, like uniform
image.
Like, yeah, exactly. And to ensure basically quality and to like be selective. Otherwise we would be just a marketplace like OLX or Depop or whatever. And we didn't want that. So we wanted to ensure quality because that's also one of our key values. We want to give people the opportunity to discover the secondhand world, and we wouldn't be able to ensure quality if we would leave this part at the hands of our sellers.
And that, I think that will lead to fraud as well, like slightly more than when we are doing like we are doing this extra work.
Okay, thanks. I think this is interesting, your positioning, because your choice of doing that means that you're going to have a specific customer segment, etc. We have last one thing on chat. What do we have? For how long have you been working on this project now? From the
we started like middle of September.
We started developing the idea in September.
Yeah, we made like a quick stop in October and November due to some personal issues, but then we started again in December.
So around 4 months.
Yeah,
3 to 4 months.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mariana, and thank you, Alicia. We're gonna pass on to Simon. Simon, are you here?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Hey, Simon, how do you want to present? You have some material, so you want to do it live or?
Yeah, I mean, I have the last time I was in bed, I had no prototype. Was I had just some examples or in.
Yeah, but how do you want to do it? Let me know, because after we're going to be short on time. You want to present something or you want to tell us something?
Present, yes.
Okay, so you can share what you want here. And after you tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
So I'm going to do the same thing. 5 minutes. Your turn.
Thank you. So my product is a surfboard. It divides in 3 pieces. It's a sustainable surfboard with materials in plastic that can be recycled. This surfboard is a solution for easy transportation. And I mean, you can go in public transports, in your car, in the small apartments. I mean, even go in trips because it can suitable in a case. And it's comparing the price with other surfboards is a lower price and is sustainable. Yes. I've been developing this product a few years. Was my part of my thesis.
We don't see your slide. Do you want to show slide or you don't want to show slide? No?
I don't have.
Okay,
I don't have right here.
Sorry.
Yeah. So right now I'm in a prototyping phase. That time I have my first prototype already. I test the prototype in December with the small waves in Fontaine, in my town. I mean, it was cool. Right now, I'm doing my second prototype just to measure a few little things, mechanical things and measures. And after that, I want to do the part of the molds of the pieces to have a max production, and then the marketing and launch the products. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks. So thanks for the presentation. So you have, sorry, I was eating something. I was.
Yeah, no worries.
So guys, do you have any questions? You finished earlier, so we're gonna have more questions.
Yes.
Any questions?
I have one. Do you already identify the early adopters? Because I do not think that pro surfers would utilize and middle surfers. Do you are actually trying to get schools of surf, or other early adopters? What
For my first step was for the people who want to, people who are most surfers that have huge surfboards and even have the money to buy good surfboards. So this is a solution for those who work in the cities or live in the cities and have to go to the beaches far away, or even live in small apartments or houses. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's my first thing I want to do, the target markets, and then I want to explore other markets. Yeah.
Thank you.
I have one question. So regarding
Yes.
the surfboards, the traditional surfboards, they have certain requirements regarding flexibility and strength. How do your prototype compares with these already traditional alternatives?
Of course, yes. So basically, this surfboard, I mean, the part and all the shell is basically designed to have that flex. The shell is based on in a plastic thermoplastic named polycarbon that is very very strong. For example, polycarbonate is used on in glasses to bulletproof, for example. And then to have a flex, you have in the shell of the polycarbonate, you have like this like a timber, like an internal structure, like a normal hood surfboard, you know, like they do like a stringer and the horizontal part, so it can flex. And then you have the polycarbonate that covers all the surfboard. Yes.
So just keeping on the question, those weak points that you may have, for example, on the folding parts, since you're folding in 3 pieces, how do you manage to get over those weak points?
So for my first prototype, I have a lot of those issues, because my prototype was about my joint parts was about in trapezial, you know, form, and then you slide. Whatever. However, when I tested the surfboards, I tested broke. Like but I tried like to jump just to see how it works, and like they don't. I mean, it broke, but not like broke finally. Just do some cracks, like a few. And for my second prototype, I'm going to do like the joint parts will be like horizontal, and then have like a hole, and you put in the hole like a tube, and then with the trees you can. So there is minus few weak points in this prototype. Yes.
One more question.
I can do a question. I already saw you on BET the last year, and I think you are very into your product and you studied a lot. But the question that I have to you is like, are you alone in your team, or do you have someone to help you also with more the business part?
Yeah, of course. So a few months I was alone, but for like in November, October, I asked my friend Antonio, that's my partner, but he's not right there, right here. But he's a marketing, he's a marketer and a manager, and he also has a very experience because he works in a lot of startups in Tree, actually, and. So we are planning to launch these products when I finish the second prototype, and have yeah.
Simon, sorry, are you a shaper or you just?
No, I'm not a shaper. I have a lot of experience in surf. I surf at the age of 10 years old, so I know this world. I did competitions. I know how I know how the market works and all that the fabrications and the production of the typical surfboards. So I want to improve because I want to give an option a lot of people the possibility to transport the surfboard, because it's also a problem for me and another people, and the main reason is because
Time
of
out.
the pollution. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Simon.
Thanks. Sorry. So thanks for the questions. We had something on the chat as well. If you're looking for testers, we can get you some testers. It's saying Mango app. Okay. Alana also asked how long it takes, what the time to unfold your surfboard. A very quick answer, Simon.
So for my first prototype, I did in 1 minute and 30, like, yeah.
Okay.
And for my second prototype is a lot faster, yes.
Okay, excellent. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, yes.
So we already have testers here. Excellent.
Yes.
So let's move on to the next team. So I don't know if Rafa wants to say something or present, please.
Yeah, I'll present it. And yeah, I'll be a tester for you, Simo, as well. Can I start?
Yeah.
So a little fun fact. Did you know that the average European sits about 7.5 hours a day? 7.5 hours. That is probably more than you sleep. From an evolutionary standpoint, we were supposed to sit actually 2 to 3 hours a day, just as a fun fact. But that brings me to the problem that we're solving. We are solving running injuries for runners. Now, I've been running a lot in my life, and when I get injured, the first thing I do is I go on the internet and you can find anything and everything about running injuries. Well, what does science say? Science says there is a little thing called quantification of mechanical stress. That sounds complicated, but it's really not. Mechanical stress on your body is friction between your muscles, your bones, your tendons, and cartilage. Now, if you're just walking, that might not be a lot. But if you start running, that is a lot of mechanical stress. Now, why do people get injured? Well, because they sit all day at work for months, and then summer comes and they see something on Instagram, a six-pack running on the beach, and they say, I want to be that guy. Let's go running. You guessed it, they get injured. Why? Because their bodies were not adapted for that amount of mechanical stress, right? So this is the #1 reason why people get injured. Now, what's our solution to that? Well, first, data collection through smartwatches, because 95% of all runners in Europe have already smartwatches. So we get all the data from that. And then data interpretation and data visualization. So one problem is, you look at your heart rate, you see 70 beats per minute. Well, thank you, Apple. Is that good? Is that not good? Let's Google it. It doesn't make sense. You know, people don't know what to do with all this data. And so we want to do widgets on a phone so that runners can visualize how much mechanical stress their body can adapt to right now. And that depends on whether or not you've been working out the past days and the past weeks. So somebody who doesn't work out has a lot less adaptation for something like running than another, like a surfer or something else. And so basically our solution is a digital health app that would allow physiotherapists, nutritionists, and yoga teachers teach their runners through all this data that we're collecting. Because if I go to a physiotherapist, he doesn't know me, he doesn't know my problems, my running history, but our physiotherapist will have access to all the data. So they will know what you've been doing, what you've been working out, etc., and will actually be able to help you much faster from distance. So that's our solution. Thanks for your feedback. Let's go out there and run.
Thanks. You had 2 minutes left. So more questions for Rafa. Thanks for the presentation. Any questions, please?
I have a question. First of all, I think your presentation was really great. I just didn't understand something. So your runners, which means your clients, need to have a smartwatch, right? And does it have to be a specific brand? Because you mentioned Apple watches.
Well, at the beginning, we focus on runners with smartwatches, just because it makes our value proposition a bit more specific to the customer segment. And no, you can have any smartwatch. The only thing is, when you go on the app, you have to allow the data, because it's a big issue in our value proposition, is like the personal rights on data. And you just have to allow that our app has access to all that data.
Okay.
Can I go in? So I am a runner as well as my father. I run with my father. He used Strava to run. Can you do a API with Strava, or that's out of the solution?
Exactly. So we don't want to replace Strava or any other running apps out there that track your runs. You can run with Strava. There will be an integration, hopefully, that then you can share your runs with your community. But then if you want to have a look at, okay, I want to go running 20 kilometers next weekend, is my body able to adapt to that amount of mechanical stress? And our app will be able to tell you. So it's going to be a digital health app, not replacing Strava.
Okay. What input metrics do you need to have to make that estimation?
We need basic running metrics like cadence, how many foot strikes a minute. We need speed. We need distance, of course, overall. Heart rate is a very good indicator of your level of fitness, because if you run it, let's say 10 kilometers an hour, and you have a very low heartbeat, that means that you have good cardiovascular system. So we need heart rate as well. We are thinking about building 3D printed little sensors that you can put on any running shoes, to get more specific and more precise data on cadence, for example.
Okay. I volunteered as a tester as well.
Yeah. Me as well.
Yeah, me as well.
More question? Okay, so I have one question. Thanks for the presentation. Thanks for, I think it's interesting in terms of the client that you were expecting. So if I understand what you mentioned, is that the final client, like people like me or like Zé Santos or other people, or Miguel Fernandez, would be what? Is buying an app or buying a third-party device, or how do you see that?
We're thinking about freemium, of course. And the thing is, the more data we get from your running, the more precise our algorithm will be. So the better we can prevent your injuries. Now, if you don't have that data pod and you just have a smartwatch, that works as well. I mean, even just your phone is already lots of information that we can work with. But there's going to be more and more connected devices. I mean, the wearables right now are going crazy. You get devices on your sunglasses, you have smart balances. So if we get, for example, if we have a partnership with smart balances and we get your BMI index and your bone density and your muscle density in your body, our physiotherapists will be much more able to help you with your specific problem. So you don't have to buy all this stuff. You can just be part of, have a subscription for Rabbit's app. But more, then it's vertical integration. The more data collecting devices we sell, the more we make money and have precise data for our clients.
Excellent, thanks. One more question. You have some testers already, Rafa, in your stream. So you volunteer to test, and you can look at your chat.
Yeah, we're actually building a running community in Lisbon. So if anyone wants to join, it's called Bandana Rabbits. So rabbits with a Z and bandana just in front. And I am kind of leading this running group. We run like twice a week, and this will serve as our audience to test and validate hypotheses.
This is good to share that either on Discord or here. So it's interesting points to share. Thanks. So thanks, Rafa. Can we go to the next team? Either Alexander, Max, or Jonathan, please.
Yes, it's going to be Jonathan and me. And can I maybe share my screen?
Yes, you're welcome to do that.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we see the screen. It's not full screen, but I see that. Yeah. Excellent.
All right.
I'll go 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's start. Hi guys, we are Hi Teacher, a solution which enables primary teachers to easily craft beautiful class materials. And how did we come up with the idea? So my girlfriend is a student teacher for primary education. And already during her studies, she needs to create plenty of class materials, such as worksheets. And to design those worksheets, she mainly uses Microsoft Word. And to be honest, she hates using it, simply because the software was not designed for this purpose. So I did some research to show her some alternatives to Microsoft Word. And then during my research, I realized basically two things. Firstly, most teachers use Microsoft Word as well, and they hate it too. And secondly, existing software which aims to solve the problem was developed in the late 2000s, which is why their user experience and user interface is super outdated. So basically nothing which satisfies the needs of a young, motivated primary teacher to be. And this is where Hi Teacher comes into place. Hi Teacher is an online tool which enables primary teachers to craft beautiful class materials faster and more intuitively. The benefits for the teachers, in my opinion, are very clear. Firstly, they save a lot of time creating beautiful materials. And secondly, due to their new materials, they will enjoy better engaged students in their classes as well. And for two major reasons, we believe this is the perfect time to build Hi Teacher solution. Firstly, because we experience a generational shift in the educational system, where a new and younger generation of teachers is starting to teach at primary schools. And these younger teachers, they are all digital natives. So they grew up using technology, yielding in different expectations towards software. And secondly, for several years already, we are also experiencing a pedagogical shift in the educational system. What do I mean with that? Well, teacher students nowadays learn new teaching methods in university, which heavily rely on well-designed class materials. And due to those two reasons, my girlfriend is currently faced with a super frustrating problem when it comes to crafting class materials.
And Jonathan's girlfriend is not alone. In fact, we researched the market and found out that about 200,000 primary teachers try to craft beautiful class materials each day in German classrooms. Moreover, yearly around 50,000 young and eager students enter the German universities in order to become teachers one day. And this is a path which is going to lead them through several teaching internships before they actually can enter the work life. Now you may find yourself asking, what are teachers willing to pay for an online educational tool?
2 minutes.
And we found out that first off, they have above average income and they already pay about as much as 700 euros per year for class materials each year. And who is going to implement that? Well, we are three friends, Max, Alex, and me, and Jonathan. And Max already has 4+ years as a work experience as a designer. I myself have worked in a startup and for consultancies before, and Jonathan has extensive product experience, is a student at an M&T business university, and has also already built his first startup, which was a podcast marketing startup. Thank you.
Excellent, thanks. You ran for 4 minutes. Thanks a lot. Interesting slide. I don't want to ask question. I'll let people ask question first. It's interesting. Please, anyone for questions to this team?
Just want to know if you are planning to do B2B or B2C directly to teachers.
So to make sure I understood your questions correctly, it's mainly like, how do we want to acquire users on the B2C side or the B2B? Okay, so here we are focusing first on the B2C side. So we will address the teachers directly and then basically grow bottom up. What we also highly believe that addressing schools and selling them basically licenses would also be an option. However, currently in the German educational system, schools are very limited on budget. So we actually believe that teachers might be the better acquisition partner in the first stage.
Okay, Jonathan, thank you. Other questions? Okay, I'll take it. The slides are very nice and neat in terms of you actually preach, you actually do what you preach. When you say beautiful presentation and beautiful material, I think it's interesting. The doubt I would have is that beautiful is difficult to quantify. So can you tell us what you mean by beautiful? Is that engaging? Is that, what do you mean by beautiful?
Yeah, I mean, beautiful, what we definitely have to consider here that the users of the worksheets actually are small children in classes. So we definitely need to give teachers a tool where they are able to easily create material which is perfectly fitted for children. And indeed, quantifying it would be somehow hard. And currently teachers just do it with their gut feeling. Mm-hmm. We believe we can also bring in some scientific approach by experts who say, okay, worksheets should consider the following elements to be as pedagogical as possible. But right now it's more of a gut feeling and basically the creativity of the teacher.
Okay, thanks. More questions?
I'd be interested. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. You go.
Okay, so I think that my question, just to clarify, because I think that I didn't understand really well. Your platform are you going to create the materials, or is it a platform that allows teachers to create materials in a more intuitive way?
Second one, it's going to be a solution, most likely a SaaS solution that will help teachers to craft beautiful online materials or materials online.
Thank you.
Philip, you also had a question.
Yeah, thank you. I guess it adds on to the question previously. Kind of how do you plan on connecting or integrating with platforms, or I don't know, solutions where teachers can craft like materials? Because I guess that's something that they are also looking for, kind of finding cool materials to then basically just print out. Is it something that you also consider in kind of interlinking or connecting?
Yeah. So basically based on a business model, we are then proceeding with, you could also think about that every worksheet which is created with our tool is also publicly available to other users. So you basically build a marketplace for sharing worksheets with other teachers who are using the software as well. So yes, you could have the option to use material which is already done by another teacher, and maybe you can also incentivize people to share this by some financial aspect, or you build them based on your own needs and desires.
Okay, time out. Is that okay, Philip? Did you get the answer?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I would be interested actually to see if we can find out some teachers or people that could test that. So I'll discuss after with the team. So let's move to the next team. Do we have either Francisco or Fredrick to present?
Yes, I think Fredrick, I believe he's here now too, but I'll present.
Do you need some slide?
No, just me talking.
Yeah, wait. So I'm going to put the 5 minutes. I'm going to put the 5 minutes and you are running.
Okay. So breast cancer is the most common cancer among women and the deadliest one. One of the screening methods advised by medical doctors is the self-breast exam. The problem is most women don't know how to do it, don't feel confident while doing it, or forget how to do it. So our project and our solution aims to develop a breast cancer screening device. Gluma Glove is an easy-to-use glove that, with the help of sensors, will detect the presence of abnormalities, benign or malignant, on the breast tissue. And we also want to connect it to a mobile app to remind women to do this screening exam. This glove came to replace the self-breast exam, but doesn't replace at all a doctor's visit or the diagnosis exams like mammography or the breast ultrasound. And with the help of our product, women will be able to make a screening exam at home without any know-how and receive an information if she should or not visit her doctor. Being breast cancer one of the most well-known cancers, and despite of the awareness, women keep dying with breast cancer. And that happens because it's not diagnosed at an early stage. And we believe that with this glove and our product, we can have this turning point. We can't stop breast cancer. It's impossible for us right now, but I think we can help women stop dying from it. We are doing this since May last year. During this year, we did a lot of research about breast cancer and the sensors we are using at the device. We are still working on this first prototype. And at the moment, we are working on the paperwork to submit on Infarmed Ethics Commission to start our clinical research because we think it's vital right now to our project. And we have this breast surgeon, Dr. Rogelio Luna, who is helping us, and he volunteered to do the clinical research at his hospital, the Hospital Santa Maria, where he works. We already registered our brand, Bluma. We have a site, which I will put in the chat. And we have a provisional patent application just to protect the idea. And it's all.
Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Questions, please. Thanks for sharing. You can find the site from Gluma on the.
Yes, Fredrick already put it here. Thank you.
Guys, questions.
What is the target population? It's just women, or also to integrate the glove in health centers or hospitals? The objective is to have like a smartwatch, but a glove in our homes, or have the health.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
At this moment, we plan to have a glove so women can have at home and do the exam when they need to. As Francisco said, at the moment the self-breast exam, it's the only exam women can do at home to try to detect some differences in the tissue. Doctors advise women to try to do this once per month at least. So we aim to give women a simpler way to do this.
Thanks. Fredrick, do you have your camera on, or you're not willing to put the camera? It's not possible.
I'm not able to put my camera on, sorry.
Okay. Thanks for the answer. Was it an answer, Ines?
Yeah, it was, because I was also thinking that it will be a good idea for people that don't have, I don't know the price, I'm just guessing, but I think that it will be a lot of population that don't have money or don't have the ability to do that. And I think it will also be a good idea to implement this device in health centers or hospitals for young women, like in a checkup way, like an X-ray or ECG, and then also add this device to complement the check.
Okay. We actually thought of that, but we believe if is something to have at hospitals, checkup points, so people can do it. And we know that in some countries it would be better to have in those kind of centers. We believe that the product we would like to offer, it would be like a second version, not like the first one that women can have at home, but another one that we'll have more data from the other, from the version that women have at home, that it will give us more data, and the kind of glove we can give to, and we can sell to hospitals, to clinics, it can give a more accurate kind of accurate and detailed information about what the sensors can feel.
Okay, thanks. Another question?
Yes, I have another question. I was not sure if you already have a product that is working, or you still are working on the development of this glove.
Yes, we are still working on the first prototype to do the clinical trials.
Okay. So, would you say that, well, you said in the beginning that one of the reasons that the cancers literally kill some women is because they are late diagnosed. So, what are you trying to solve? Is the women forgetting to do the tests, or is helping the women to understand if it's worthy to go check a doctor because something is wrong? What is the solution you're trying to go for? The reminding of the women to do it, or really saying to women that is something wrong?
Both. We also have the mobile app. We aren't working on the mobile app at the moment because first we want to solve the prototype. But the mobile app will help us solving the problem of remembering women to do the exam. But we also want women to go to the doctor when they have something, because we did an inquiry to 600 or 700 women, and we went to the streets and interviewed some women, and sometimes they kind of do it, but first they don't feel confident about what they have to feel and what they have to see. Sometimes they just don't do it because they forget to do it, and there are other women. Sorry, there are other women that trust the doctors and just go to the doctor.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the question. I think it's very, very interesting where you're positioning and the question. Thanks. Sorry to cut you, Fredrick, because we have to get in time. So
no problem.
Let's move to Philip.
Thank you both.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Pierre. I guess I can just start, right?
Yeah.
So overall, I guess it's important to say that I'm really, really early in the ideation stage. But however, like I want to pitch you my idea. So oral health is basically a key indicator of the overall health, like of our lives. It's important for our well-being, for our psychology, and also for our quality of life, right? So oral health is an important topic, and it's also one topic of the World Health Organization. And there's a lot of oral diseases out there, and they pose a major health burden in a lot of countries, and they affect a lot of people throughout their whole lifetime. Like basically, they can cause pain, they can cause discomfort as well, right? And all of us, since our young age, we only have one set of teeth, and so it's a 1 out of 1, right? And that increases basically the value overall. So what I found out is that like all of us, we brush our teeth every day, hopefully twice, maybe more often. But somehow we don't really like to go to the dentist, or a lot of people don't like to go to the dentist. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that nobody likes to call the dentist to make an appointment like twice a year. So that's something that I see as a major problem. And besides those 2 visits a year that we should all do at the dentist, in the developed countries at least, the control, I guess, lacks overall, and it lacks frequency and it lacks detail. So what I will look at in this project is kind of to prevent oral diseases, technology enabled, and to provide access to oral health as easily as possible for most of the people. So my goal would be overall, that's my vision, to improve the oral health. But I will focus first kind of on technologies, and this will therefore focus on people that are kind of in the more developed countries, and basically also us that are technology focused. So that's basically the goal. I will look at kind of products and ways and channels to get data and to get insights that could work on those diseases and can work on preventing and detecting, of course, diseases. Yeah, so that's basically the solution I'm trying to figure out. Business model wise, I'm currently just thinking about two ways to go into. First of all would be kind of the end consumer. So you guys out there, how can I help you trying to control and to check your oral health more easily, and help you to find out about possible problems that could pop up in the future based on your behavings, based on your I don't know if you smoke or something like that. But I also want to kind of collect data, and it's something I'm very passionate about, like data monetization and creating value through data. And this is something I guess will help me a lot. I know that there are some companies out there that try to detect caries via machine learning, etc. And a lot of dentists work on it. But yeah, that's overall my idea and what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'll remind everyone where they left 2 minutes. So sorry, I just want to use. So questions on that, please.
Oh, hi. So the question that I can ask you is that you identify the problem. So what you want now is to go through to pursue the solution, right? Are you envisioning a type of strategy to do that? To who do you want to talk about with? Doctors or patients? Do you have a strategy to do that?
To be fair, no, I don't have a clear strategy. I guess my first step would be kind of build more knowledge. I talked to a friend of mine who's studying dental medicine right now and can help me a lot there because she's also studying that and doing research on that. So that's one of the major contact points I have. Other than that, I still have to build my network and try to reach out to as many people.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
I got a question as well. As you mentioned, you want to collect data. How do you imagine on how would you collect that data? Because it's a little bit, I can't imagine it right now. And how would you have an approach to market and an approach to product?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very interesting question. And that's something that I'm really struggling right now because I don't see a lot of people opening an app every time they brush their teeth in order to input some data. Could be an option, could be an idea. Also, I'm struggling with having connected devices, if that's something that will help in the future. So I'm kind of still in the process of trying to figure out, I guess, a channel that kind of a point of contact that is easy every day and won't stress you and won't be oh, I have to open the app again. Good question. Still unsure about it, but I think there will be possibilities. I hope.
One more question.
Maybe
please.
Question regarding your customer discovery, Philip. Who could we give you some intros to so you could interview them? Is it like the dental students or is it dental doctors?
So lucky enough, I have both of them in my close friends group. So I will talk to them even more in detail. And then I guess it will be a lot about kind of trying to understand people's problems in their daily life, trying to understand, okay, what are the normal, I guess, processes in a lot of people's lives. And then I guess I'm open for tips there as well. So yeah.
Thanks. I just wanted to.
Sorry, can
Please,
I just
go ahead? Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to say something not as a question, but for you just to think. So I would not be your target market because I love going to the dentist, but I think my issue would be the price that a lot of clinics charge you, because if you don't have an insurance that allows you to go and pay a low fee, then they're very expensive. And I'm not sure that that's with you researching other products, but from what I've seen, the main problem is that things are very expensive. So if you do your research and you can try to fight with price, I think you'd have a lot of advantage on that.
Okay, very interesting point. Thanks.
Thanks. A few things I would like to add. It's not questions. Number one, there is a positive correlation between the GDPs and the wealth of a nation and their oral, state hygiene, or it's proven. Second, there is something interesting to look at. In the at the beginning of the century, 1910 or something like that, even though the US was one of the most industrialized country, they still had very poor oral health. And what happened is that the brand Pepsodent, okay, was launched as a marketing, something very nice. You can check the marketing story of Pepsodent. But actually, it was a marketing hit that moved all these people from having issue with oral health and being kind of, at the beginning of the Second World War, they were one of the nations that had almost, overcome that. So it's a nice marketing stuff here on Pepsodent. You will see that. And the last thing I wanted to add is about wearables. And you should be asking that, because my experience is that I bought some stuff for the kids, and they were using it when you brush and it's on your app. It was gamification process, was nice, but as all wearables, you get fatigue on that, and after you use the device, but you don't connect the Bluetooth stuff. So I think there's a lot of stuff to study here. It's super interesting. Thanks. Thanks, Philippe. So let's move on to the next team. Either Thiago or Felipe, please.
Hi. Felipe?
Hello, I can start, yes. Event
Can you speak
X,
louder, Felipe, please? Louder?
Sorry, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Event X is so far just an idea. As I told you, I'm waiting to start my internship. Right now, the health field is a little busy. I don't know if you noticed. So I don't have anything to do but to be patient and wait. As an entrepreneur myself, I started to think what I could create, and now I could use my time. 3 months ago, Tiago and I launched 14 degrees, 14 graus in Portuguese, a store and community about environmental sustainability. That's done now. It's growing and rolling really well. So I became bored again and wanted to do something new. Talked with Tiago to start something. In conversation, we both got to understand that we have really bad experiences organizing events. So Tiago, please explain what we talked about.
Yes. So with my experience on events and the trouble that I had to organize an event, to organize everything that was supposed to do, to actually visualize all the event, what I thought was, okay, why doesn't exist a platform that gives me everything? And it exists for events. It exists for houses. It exists, Airbnb. If you go for all the markets, it exists a platform. And events, I didn't find any. Now that I'm working on this, I already found. But what we felt is it lacks something with a very good user experience that will help me on organizing an event. So the part is, of course, you have to find space. When we get out of this pandemic, we have to find a space. Okay, good. We find a space, but then, well, if you don't know the city, it would be very difficult to find a space. Okay, but then after the space, you have to organize everything, all the visuals, DJs, catering, and if you don't know this kind of persons, and I organized one event with Pierre, several events with Pierre already, and I have to ask Pierre, look, I need you to help me because I don't know any audiovisuals people, I don't know any DJs, I don't know anyone. So this is based on networking, which is very limited, especially if you want to organize a fast event in a city that you don't know of. So this platform, it's very simple. It's a marketplace with every supplier of event services, which are going to give you not only the options that you are looking for, but also other ideas. So we could do this cross-selling, which can be very much valuable in this market. And I think that's it. I mean, we are still moving on the business model. I think it's the most important, and we want to test more here in the pre-acceleration. So is it? So we really don't want clients of organizers of the events to pay. okay, as there is a very big barrier on this, but then suppliers would, okay, but there are still very many problems here on the business model, and we want to look for this, and we hope that mentors can also help us on this. That's the goal. That's the goal, to maybe the suppliers would pay us for our services, to find clients. That's it. So we do the marketing for these big suppliers, and I think that's it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks, thanks Tiago, thanks Filipa. Questions?
Is it only then like a marketplace for like special acts or something like that, or will this also be like kind of an integrated event planning tool? Or yeah.
So initially would be great to have only suppliers, to only have, just like you said, the first idea. So only you can organize your event by yourself, but here you have all the suppliers. Ideally, after that, you could organize the event within the platform. So schedules, invitations, even tickets, which is a very good business, ticketing, marketing, you can manage everything there. You can talk with the suppliers through the platform. That would be great. Yes. But we would see as an MVP and for this exploration program to at least have all the suppliers to test the market, to test the business model, to see if the suppliers are interested or not, to see if event organizers are interested or not. I felt, and Filipa, we felt this pain, but is it a real pain? So this was just an idea from 15 days ago.
One more question?
I have a lot of questions to the startup, but after I mentor them, I'll answer some. I just want to say for marketplaces that if you choose to do what you call a rake model, where you pay a commission to either side of the marketplace, really look to the part that is inelastic, okay? It's really key to achieve this notion of which part of the marketplace has an elastic demand, so you can pay a commission on that side. So I really want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. Can we move on to the next team? Either Alana, Soren, Katarina, or Max?
Yes, may I share my screen?
Please, you can.
Okay, can you all see it?
Yeah.
Yes. So hi guys, welcome to the Harvest Club. Firstly, let me introduce you to the team. So on this project, Max, Kati, and I are working on. And then let me briefly introduce you how I came up with the idea of the Harvest Club. Okay, so my elderly neighbors had 2 cherry trees in their garden, but the problem was that the fruits are ripe for only 3 weeks before they fall down and rot. So it was impossible for the 2 of them to consume all the cherries. So years ago, they started sharing their harvest with our neighbors. And so did everybody. It simply became a trend. So I was thinking, why don't we bring this trend to a platform where everybody can share their harvest and get together with like-minded people and give other people access to homegrown fruits and veggies.
So more precisely, there are 3 main problems we are facing. First of all, there are people who have too much harvest in their garden. On the other hand, there are people who don't have a garden but would like to eat organic fruits or vegetables. And last but not least, the third problem that we are facing is the well-known food waste. With our 3 main problems, we are facing other problems that we are trying to solve at the same time. The first one is the problem of high emissions due to production or long transports from different countries. Furthermore, there's the problem that fruits and vegetables are treated by pesticides. And finally, we are also challenged by the lack of digital affinity among older and the possibility of where and how to share and exchange the harvest.
So that's where our solution comes in. We would like to introduce a platform that connects people with their neighbors through food. We're looking to build local farmer communities with it. And we were also thinking about potentially offering a harvest hotline for the elderly that might not be as digital affine yet. Also, the gains that we see is definitely that we support local communities more of a neighborhood feeling again that we might have moved away from. We also see that again in the low emission of the production and the distribution. And what we can imagine is creating a power user community who build the community for us and with us, and might serve as our brand ambassadors.
So the uniqueness of our platform is not only that we are offering sustainable food in a sustainable way, but we are more offering a socializing experience which is inclusive and also integrative, especially, for example, in smaller towns or suburban areas where a neighborhood is not just about living next to each other. So the Harvest Club is, in a nutshell, networking platform for people coming together who wants to explore the handcraft of gardening and farming, and finally want to enjoy local and organic food.
Oh, excellent. You were left with 2 minutes, right? Okay, thanks a lot. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. And first of all, I would like to mention, actually it's kind of a curiosity, because all of the projects here, or most of all, really focus on sustainability and the well-being. And I think it's a really interesting point to see that our generation really focusing on changing the world for the better. And for that reason, I think it's really nice. But regarding this project, I like it, but I just want to know, because it wasn't clear for me, how is it profitable for you as owners, or is this just a sharing economy, let's say, where my neighbor can go pick some vegetables into my own production, local production? How is it that work?
Who wants to answer, or shall we? Like, first of all, we wanted to do it for free in the terms of C2C, so customer to customer, which would be the neighbor to the neighbor. And when we would spin the idea further, we wanted to take a fee. For example, if an organic farmer wants to sell his products like at a market, but just online, and then we would take a fee. But it's not, it's kind of a hybrid system. I would say that it's non-profit and taking a fee at once.
All right. So at the moment, you are still looking for a business model where you could get your own share of this transaction.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question? The elderly doesn't have smartphones or anything like that. How do you expect to them to use your platform without the technological expertise?
Actually, we wanted to set up an ambassador or power user community within the community. So maybe you, as a person who is very integrated in your local neighborhood, you want to help the elderly people to upload their harvest, for example, and then we wanted to foster those people to go to the elderly people to support them to be more digital affin. Yeah.
Yes, and we can also imagine that me, for example, I would do it for my grandma or for my grandpa and their neighbors. So that's how we could imagine how it could work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the main thing here is to establish like a society or like a community which is integrative and also inclusive.
Okay, so it's very local, right? The solution there is very local by clusters. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. So you remember the rabbits from Alice in Wonderland? We're a little bit running late. I think we're going to be running until 5:10 or 5:15. So if you can still bear with us a few minutes more for 2 more presentations and closing, please. It would be super nice. So let's go for the next one. We have either Armindo, Diogo, or Raquel.
Yes, I'm here. Hi everyone. We are a students to students team, and we are composed by Raquel, Diogo, and me, Armindo. And before talking about what we have already done, can you hear me? Sorry. Okay. before talking about what we have already done, we want to start. We want to talk about our purpose, about what motivates us, about why we are here today, and the reason is our students, our people. We believe we can help our students. We believe.
We cannot hear you now. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if you are hearing us.
Okay. I'm not hearing Armindo as well.
Yeah, maybe his internet connection.
Yeah.
When
Can you take over, Diogo?
Yeah, I will for sure. So basically, what Armindo was.
I'm here. Sorry. I'm really sorry. So
Yeah, continue, Armindo.
I can like start again. So basically, what I'm saying that I want to talk first about what motivates us, and we believe we can help our students, the leaders of the future, those who will change the world tomorrow, to achieve the most demanding goals they may set for themselves, to achieve anything they want. Basically, we want to unlock their full potential in order to try to leave this world a little better than we found it. This is what we believe. This is what motivates us. So through our motivation, we found a problem. We found a two-sided problem. We found in one side that there is a lot of students that need and want an extra help to achieve their goals. And they also recognize that there is a lot that the solutions that these are available in the market are not the best. So they try to solve the problems by themselves. And in the other side, there is a lot of good students that want to give classes, but they don't know how to promote themselves.
Yeah, so basically that is where the Students to Students platform, our platform, comes in. So we aim to create a space where students can meet other students and together achieve the results and goals they desire, and finally turn those students into the best version of themselves. And you may ask, why will students actually use the S2S, the Students to Students platform? So we have some propositions. The first one is that the cost of a tutoring session will be lower compared to regular tutoring sessions. Also, the tutors, so the students, already took those courses, know the professors, have access to the materials, to the past tests and exams, and also they will make that the learning period from the perspective of the tutor happens faster. Finally, making sure that we keep as a purpose-driven business, we won't charge any fees from either the side of the tutor or from the side of the student. And as a result, we develop a business model so that we can capture revenue streams from other sources. And which sources are these? To keep it simple, we have some they are all ad related actions, like ad space on the website, so main sponsors or main advertisers. We have also promoted posts on our blog related to our target, and also tracking links with reference codes. And these ones are between many others that we have already thought about and actually try to understand how they can make our business economical and financially feasible. So in other words, and just to conclude, we want to unlock the full potential of our students and allow them to reach their goals and become a better version of themselves, leaving the world better than we found it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Questions?
Thank you.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be a little bit of the devil advocate here, but you have a similar business model that OLX, which like a big site in Portugal. They are like the 10 most site visited in Portugal, and they are not break even currently in Portugal. So this ad model revenue with referrals and promoted posts, etc., doesn't work for a biggest site in Portugal for as an example of OLX. How do you plan to go to this free market where the supply and the demand side doesn't pay, but still have a viable business model?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Armindo, I'll just say something and then you can complete. From what we have been developing and being a smaller and trying to go for a more like a niche market rather than what OLX does, the costs associated with the develop of the market of the marketplace, and in this case the multi-vendor plugin related to the website, are actually not as substantial as one could believe. And so with rather few ads and paid posts, we can break even. So I think in this case, it has to be with the scale.
Okay, good answer.
Okay, to complete, we are not like other business. We're a purpose-driven business, and everything we do is to help our students or people to achieve anything they want. So we doesn't want to put like any ads or any firms or anyone who wants to put their business in our site. We want to expose to our people opportunities to they try to achieve the better version of themselves, that like can be courses or other firms that can help them to achieve a better version of themselves, like I was saying before. So
you are an NGO, right? You are an NGO.
It's not like that, but we can say like, or because we want to maximize the.
Armindo, can we close?
We can say the surplus.
Time out.
Okay.
Finish.
Sorry.
What you have to say. Okay. No. Okay. So thanks. Yeah. So thanks for the presentation and thanks for the question. Shall we move on to the next team? Thanks, Diogo and Armindo. I just had to cut because otherwise.
Yeah, thank you. No problem at all.
Do we have Mariana or Ines here?
Yes, I will start. I will start by focusing on our problem and my general idea, and Ines will then explain better the idea. So basically, we recently graduated and we noticed there's a big problem with a connection between students and the job market. Especially, we focus on three different questions, which is the fact that students, they don't know who to go to ask for career advice. They don't know which opportunities they have available. They don't know how to reach employees or even how to pitch their story and say it in a compelling way. And even the students that can in fact reach these professionals, they cannot, it's hard to get the professionals to be honest with them. And from the other side, it's also hard for the students to get comfortable because they look at recruiters and at employees as these people that are already in the job market and they are in a way scared of them. So basically, the idea is that we want to target business and economic students to land their first career experience after they graduated, especially the ones who are already kind of late into the game and didn't make efforts to get experience, to get internships and other experiences before they graduated because they didn't know that they needed to. So basically, we want to match students with young mentors, which are people that have recently graduated and up to 5 years of experience. So they are young and they are closer in age in a way. So it's more of a friendly thing. And you talking to our mentors for the students part would be like talking to a friend, just a conversation and not like these big recruiter or employer, which they are scared of.
Yeah. So first, I want to emphasize that we are at the very beginning. So for the moment, the solution that we're thinking would be a two-step program. So students and mentors work together on a one-on-one basis. And first, the mentors evaluates the current profile of the student. So what are you missing to get the job that you want in terms of the skills and the experiences that you already have? And then in a second phase, students will then do a mock interview and receive honest feedback. The goal here is for students to get comfortable with an interviewing situation, truly understand what recruiters are looking for. So to sum it up, our goal really is to give students the right tools to get the job of their dreams, even when they don't start off with that much experience. So I want to add also that both me and Mariana collectively, we've helped more than 30 people with this problem. So friends of ours, people in our community, friends of friends. And now we would love to take this problem that we noticed to a larger scale. But again, we are at the very beginning. Thank you for listening.
Wow, thanks. That stuff about the 30 people is super important to say. Okay, it's important. Thanks a lot. Any questions?
Oh, I will be.
Tiago, can you speak up or be closer to the mic, please? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, in summer, I think I will be in the position to be a mentor because I will end my thesis. And what is my incentive to be a mentor? Why would I be a mentor instead of, I don't know, using my time for something else?
Mariana, do you want to take this one or should I?
You can take this one if you want.
Okay, so that's a question that we ourselves were trying to understand. So in the same way, so why would an employer or why would someone go to an event like Pitch Bootcamp? So it's an opportunity to meet bright students and to help them with the situation that we've all been to. Like we've all been students, we've all had these struggles of trying to figure out who to ask, what should we do, what am I missing, how to even talk to people. So that would be one of the incentives in itself. And then we also discussed very briefly again, just an idea, but maybe introducing some gamification into it, give a certificate. Another possibility would maybe be to create a community of mentors, so that also some kind of incentive for them. Options, another option, for example, to monetize would be maybe events, and then we could create some kind of community. But then again, these are just ideas. We are trying to strengthen our value proposition and fix that exact same problem.
Yeah, something I would like to add is that, as Inez was saying, we are still very much in the beginning phase, and we are still thinking and working on how we can create a revenue model. So for now, we are thinking that external things, specialized services such as, for example, screening CVs and help the student actually, okay, let's go through these. But we're still working on these, but the parts of the mentor and mentoree, we're mostly relying, obviously, we have all those incentives, but on people actually wanting to do that because they had the same issue when they were either that age, like for example, me, I'm just a recent graduate, right? And also Inez, and also some of you. And for me, for example, I would love to have a mentor and be able to help someone with the things that I've learned. So we have talked with some people and we asked this exact question, and we think that won't be a problem.
Okay, thanks. One more question, a quick question and a quick answer, please, before we move on.
Yes, I have one. You were talking about creating a community, and how do you plan on creating that community? Are you planning on building a platform? How do you want to ensure that communication?
Yeah. So actually, I can answer this one. Ideally, yes, we were planning on building a platform where the students and the mentors would sign up. Then we would find a way to match them. Both me and Mariana, probably our weakness as a team is that we are both from business background. So we don't really have the technological background, which is why we're also excited to be here and have a tech mentor. But ideally, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So thanks. So we reaching the end of this first session. I would like to thank you for the pitches. And I want to say also that the next time you're going to be pitching, we're not going to have the same order. So not to have always the same one on first and always the same one at the end. So we're going to mix it to make some, what we call, I don't know, interests or gamification or whatever. So thanks for that. So moving on, before we go to the last slide and we close it, any questions from you guys at this point? No? So let's move on to this slide here. You should be able to see my slide, okay? So this is what we did until now. And okay, so what are the next steps? Let me summarize, so 30 seconds of what we did today. So what we did today was to present ourselves, to present kind of the structure, what I would call the logistics of it. Okay, we had Bet, we had Mango Up, we know each other. Almost everyone here in this call or in this session know each other, who we are, what we do. If it's not the case, then there is something that is wrong. You should be able to know what Mango Up is doing, what Bet is doing, what Pierre is doing, what Miguel is doing, etc. Okay, so leaving this housekeeping on the side, what you did as well is you presented yourself. So we know who you are, what are your expectations, what you've been doing, what you're currently doing. In addition to that, we also had you pitching for the first time, okay? Most of you were able to make it under the 5 minutes. Some of you were faster. Some of them were a little bit, perhaps more time. But we also had the opportunity to get some questions on your idea. Okay, so that's what we did today. So what are the next steps? And if you remember, the next step will be until March 13th. So ensure you have no logistic issues. Okay, go with the Mango Up team, with Nicolas, Marie, and Raquel. See if you have access to the platform. Get yourself comfortable in the platform and navigate and etc. Okay. The second thing is to play it by the rule, and for us this is important about your privacy. Please send us back the document that you acknowledge that you're able to share your image, so we can do videos, we can do posts, etc. And also tell us that you want to commit actually with us for the next session and the rest of the month. Okay. The third thing is, and let's get familiar with your buddy mentors. I don't know how you can get familiar online, but let's meet. Perhaps eventually you can one day have some drinks, and we're gonna have some drinks. But for the time being, is get in touch with them, try to know them, see where they can help you, and hear from them or on what they believe they can help you out. So it's going to be kind of a meetup here. During next week, we have a list of documents that we're going to be sharing. So what are documents? We believe that we're not here to reinvent the wheel. You guys, because you're digital natives, because you went through COVID, etc., you are able to digest material that we put before the gathering, before the next session. So we're going to be doing that. Okay, it's going to be things on how to discover your how to do customer development. It's going to be video, it's going to be documents. We're going to share that. We're not going to be looking at, did you read that? This is not a class. Okay, what we're going to be doing in the next session, we're going to be using some of these points that were in different material, and we're going to be reusing it with the mentors or during the session. Okay, so that's what we plan to work. And this content will be the basis for the next session, when you will pitch again and get feedback from, this time, industry mentors, as well as your pitching skills. So what we're going to be doing is, we have the raw material of the video. We're going to put that on the YouTube, but we also, and Miguel will work on that, we're going to be doing some kind of a teaser of that. But also after, I'm going to use with somebody else this raw material to split it into teams. And we're going to have people, one person looking at your pitching and what you said, etc. Okay. The main objective of the next session is actually to make sure that there is someone out there that is willing to pay to use your product or your solution or your service. Okay, so that's going to be the main goal for next one. So again, this is the first time we do that. So I would love to have your feedback. So you can send me personal emails and tell me what you think we should change or perhaps do more, or what you loved. We also like people that like what we do, but I would rather have comments that tell us what to do differently, so it's better for you. The objective will be for you to get something out of that, okay? So this is what I had to say. We're about to close. I would like to bring again back the partners. So Raquel, would you like to mention something from Beth?
No, I want to say that I think overall for the first session it went very well. Everything ran smoothly. I see a lot of potential in the startups. I see that we are all really excited, the mentors and the participants, and I can really see that some of the startups will definitely reach success, I believe. I also believe that with our help, that would be possible. Thank you all for being a participant, and I hope if you need any help, you can also contact me. And so yeah, I'm excited to see you in the next few weeks. So thank you.
Thanks, Raquel. On the Mango Hood, guys, someone wants to say something?
Yeah, I can jump in maybe. Okay, one question from someone.
Yeah, I just have a quick question also regarding documents we have to send back. It's about, is there going to be at some point some advice on like how to protect our ideas and how to protect our names, etc.? Because if we start, I'm not sure I have to talk to my team about this, but we're not officially ready to kind of throw our name and our value proposition out there.
Okay, so it's a good point. We didn't think about having some sessions on how to protect. What we have learned over the years is that the only differentiator that a team has, it's not the idea, it's the execution, okay? And over it's coming. But what we can do for the people that want to have some orientation on that, we can have on a side session when we can have people telling you how to protect and etc. The objective of this session, Rafael, is to get into the community and get feedback. It's difficult sometimes to get feedback if you don't want, or if you are afraid to share, okay? And I understand that. What you're gonna have to be careful is to know what you want to share and what you don't want to share. I do believe especially that your algorithm is your stuff. And this is something that you don't want to share. Sharing, for example, that you want to have an app that tells you if you are injury-free and where you can get, etc. I think this is the overall concept. But the algorithm getting the data, etc., I think this is your stuff that you don't want to share. So long story short, I think we can add things or sessions, specific sessions on how to protect your idea. And you will have to be comfortable on your side that besides what we have here, I'm not planning to have a document that's going to say, we're going to respect, etc., because it's going to be, I think, on the next stage. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sure. I think on the incubator, they can do that. I think for us, it would be very, very too early to do this kind of documents. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Mango? Up.
Yeah, so just wanted to remind those that haven't joined Discord yet to join. I think we're already like 15 people, so that's pretty great. But please join. We'll send the link again by email. If you have any questions about Discord, please text me. And yeah, then I just wanted to tell you guys to, first of all, enjoy this program. I think as teams, you probably have your own WhatsApp groups or whatever, and that's totally fine, but use Discord to communicate with your mentors or buddy mentors. And as I was saying in the chat, I can connect you probably with some people from our community as well who are doing similar things or a similar industry, and that it might be useful for you. And also, If you're looking to find people to join your team and you're fine with an international team, I mean, I'll keep it in Europe. Let me know. I'll send a reminder in the chat, but let me know and I'll also schedule a call with you and I can try to match you with people in our community as well.
Okay. I think that's about it. So any more questions? Okay, thank you very much. I'm super enthusiastic about the different ideas we had. I think it's Duarte that mentioned that a lot of them were linked to sustainability, perhaps, but I see other things as well, like, you know, the running, the glove, etc. I think it's interesting. So let's use us, you use us, the tools, the community, the people, and you ask us things. Okay, we're here to accelerate you. So enjoy your weekend. I'll see you. My preferred place to discuss with you will be Discord, so I'm going to be there. If you want something more formal, you can get an email, but I'll get on Discord. And thank you very much for your time. Have a nice one, and see you very soon for the documents. Okay, thanks a lot.
Just want to say, Pierre, sorry, that the buddy mentors will schedule a meeting in Discord with each team. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the next step. Sorry.
It's okay. And everyone said that your shirt was very nice there. Congrats.
Thank you. It's not for sale, by the way, okay? But don't think about it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
And
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.